Yo, what is going down, y'all? Welcome in the most underrated podcast, broadcasting from Certified Tattoo Studios. The homie Dow Palantonio sitting across from me, homie JJ here at the end of the table. And first of all, man, I just want to start this show off by saying thank you to everybody that reached out to me. Condolences and thoughts and prayers for my grandma that passed away yesterday. If you guys follow on socials, man, you saw that while we were recording the podcast with Teddy yesterday, I got a voicemail from my mom. I didn't think anything of it. Went and checked the voicemail after the podcast, and my grandma had passed away. So she was older. She lived a long life. It wasn't like super out of the blue or super unexpected. So that makes it a little bit easier, but it's never fun to lose somebody you love. Funeral is going to be on Monday, so that will jeopardize the podcast for Monday. But we are going to throw up a sneaker review in the normal place of the podcast that drops on Tuesday. But we did give you guys 3 this week, you know what I mean? So in all fairness, we're throwing you 3 this week. It'll only be 1 podcast next week, but there will be a sneaker video or 2 mixed in there as well. So you guys will still have content. I just got to go to the funeral. Really nothing I can do. But I just want to say thank you to all of you guys, man, for being so fucking cool. I didn't have not one bad thing, dude. Not one person troll me, not one person say some rude shit. And it just made me feel loved, man. It made me feel good. And I think it's important to communicate that to you guys and communicate the way that I feel, because sometimes on this podcast, I may be feeling good, I may be feeling bad, I may be feeling sad, I may be feeling super happy, and that's just the way that this is going to roll. And we want to be completely authentic with you guys. We want to be completely transparent. I don't want this to be a show. Like we talked about in the conversation with Teddy yesterday, whether you got to listen to it yet or you haven't yet, and which is actually uploading as I speak. We're doing double duty. We're uploading this podcast so I can publish that today for you, and then we're recording this new one so we can publish that tomorrow for you and give you the regular NFL content and all the stuff we do going into the weekend.
Yeah,
What'd you say?
Let's go.
Look at JJ's geeked. I know. I want to say a big thank you to JJ too, man, because he's pulling double duty. He works here at Certified, so he's doing graphic stuff. He's doing social media stuff, and then he's also putting together the podcast for us. So he's doing 3 this week. I'm actually looking. I'm meeting up with a guy on Saturday, but I'm looking. If you're in the Denver area, man, I'm looking for an intern. If you want to learn some shit, if you want to fucking level up a little bit, it could turn into a paid position down the road. Fucking reach out to me, man. We can always use the help. JJ could use maybe a little bit of an assistant. Me and Dow can use some help. So if you know video editing, if you know audio editing, if you know Photoshop, any of that stuff, you think you could be an asset to the podcast, man, reach out to us. We'd love to bring you on and have you as part of the team. I don't want to hire just any motherfucker either. So if I get 10 people reach out to me and none of them are good, then you're just not good. And I don't, that's just what it is. It's not charity over here. I want someone that can actually add something to us and bring a skill set. That way you have you come to us with value and you have a reason for me to say, all right, we can't do it without this guy. He's added a ton. We got to start paying him. You know what I mean? We got to start whatever. It may turn into that, but we just need maybe a little bit more help sometimes on certain little things. So if anyone's in the Denver area, you're in school, whatever, you want to come intern with us, we would love to be able to teach you and kind of coach you and move you along and help you out. But again, thank you guys for all the love and the thoughts and prayers and everything. Sorry, I took up the whole fucking first beginning of the show there, but how you doing, Dow? How you coming off the TED convo yesterday? How you feeling, man? Hey, man, the TED convo, man, super inspiring, from just running your own business standpoint, making money, being your own boss, man, is something I really took from it. And I hope our listeners get that too. I'm inspired, man, to try to really strive to be my own boss, man, and do my thing. We can work for these corporations, and I've had a lot of success with them, but man, it was super inspiring, man, to maybe kind of do my own thing eventually. I don't think if you listen to that podcast, whether you know Teddy really well and you follow every single vlog like you do, I think you used to be the guy with as much time as you want. Now you're super busy all of a sudden. We started the podcast, then you switched to a new store, and now you're fucking just insanely busy. I can't even get a hold of you. I just need some basic shit, and I can't even, it takes 5 hours to get a call back. That used to be me to you. Yeah, that's true. You'd be calling me, and I'd be, and I'm still doing my thing. I'm still super busy, but now you're equally as busy, which is kind of frustrating for both of us, totally. Because I just used to rely on you all the time. You were the fucking time god. You had nothing but time. We always joked about that, man. You know me, I got nothing but time. I'm Dow Palantonio. I'm fucking most neutral guy on YouTube. I got time, bro. I got time. And now you fucking got no time. So it sucks. But regardless, where I was going with that point, this may be a tangent podcast. I can feel it already. It could be. The way we were talking before the show, I'm about to fucking explode. This might be a tangent. It's just, I'm going down alleys. I'm peeking through fucking cracks. I'm going down ways I wouldn't have gone down. Sniping some I'm going to have a hard time staying on task today, man. But anyway, where I was going with that point was, I said all that to say that if you are, whether you're a big time consumer of all of Ted's content or you're a rare in and out, pop in and out kind of guy, there's something that everyone, I feel like, is going to be able to learn or take from that podcast or that conversation with Ted, from business standpoint, from just stuff about him, just intriguing things about his life, his drug days in New York, when he met Ern, Ern being nerdy Ern instead of dirty Ern.
Nerdy Ern versus dirty Ern, wearing the polos, wearing the Clark Wallabies, dog, come on.
Super cool, man. Just a lot of good insight, a great convo. I know some people, for me, I love in-depth conversations where I can get to know somebody. That's what I love about Howard Stern.
Yeah.
I've said this multiple times. I think he's one of the greatest interviewers, if not the greatest interviewer in radio. His ability to extract details and information out of people and celebrities in a conversation setting in an hour and a half, whenever, sometimes he goes 2 hours with these conversations. His ability to get them to say things that they normally wouldn't say is awesome, dude. Yeah. So I love Howard. And I feel like this was a similar situation. We were able to kind of pull some things out of Ted. We were going to kind of get some behind the scenes. Not that it's stuff that he's been hiding or hasn't been open about, but I just don't think it's a lot of stuff that he's been asked about or he's talked about on his channel or whatever. And there was some stuff obviously that he has talked about that we rehashed, and then there was some brand new things that we learned.
Yeah, it was nice, man, just to kind of hear him talk, I was kind of weird because the dynamics, you don't know what to really expect. But, man, Ted has a lot to say, man. He has a lot to cover, and he has a lot of experience on a lot of different facets. So it was nice to kind of hear him talk, and we can just help guide that conversation yesterday. But I think our listeners, man, they'll be able to take multiple things from it, if they listen to it. So pumped on it, man.
Think so, too. I think so, too. We got the Supreme thermal sitting here.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with this thing,
What do you want to do?
We were talking about giving it away.
We need to give it away. How do you want to give this away? Because I saw this fool on the comments section that said something about him riding BMX. So me and my eyes went right to that, and I'm like, I don't even care if this fool wears that size. I don't give a shit. I think that's great. I want to give it to him.
Dude, we got to give it to someone who skis or snowboards, because I feel like that's the best person to give it to.
Skis and snowboards, whatever. It's any type of extreme sports. I'm fucking ready. But that was the only one that I saw that really had anything from the extreme sports world. And I was pumped, man. I'm cool with that. But what do you think?
I'm looking through the comments.
I don't want to do these random
video.
bullshit generators. I don't want to waste. I don't want to do all this dumb shit. If there's a comment in there and it's sick, let's fucking give it to somebody who'd fucking use it.
I got a great fucking idea.
All right, I'm ready.
And this comes from the comments.
As long as it's not an idea from JJ.
All right. What's up?
Fuck you. Let's hear it.
All right, you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
How about we give it to the person? Someone said in the comments, give away the thermal to whoever takes second in DraftKings. Fuck second. Yes. Whoever wins DraftKings this week, maybe we just give them the thermal in addition to winning DraftKings.
You think they'd want the thermal?
That's what I'm saying. So if the person that wins DraftKings, if they're tuned into the podcast, if they're the student and they want the fucking thermal,
they hit us up.
They can hit us up. I will shout out just like normal. We'll shout out the person that wins DraftKings next week. I need that person to comment below in the YouTube comments.
Okay.
Let us know that they won DraftKings and they want the thermal. That way I can verify that it matches up. This is the same guy or gal, and we could send that person the thermal. Or, second option, that's number one. Second option, we look at the spreads. We look at the spreads and let's take 3 marquee matchups. Similar how do we throw out 3 heaters? Let's throw out 3 games. That's too easy though, huh? I was gonna say let's throw out 3 games and have them guess. Go against the spread. Whoever goes 3-0, we give the thermal there. So, but if there's multiple 3-0s, then we'd have to figure out some kind of a coin flip or lottery system that way. But 3-0 is hard against the spread, dude.
Hell yeah.
That's tough, especially if we're picking the games, the marquee matchups.
We've had a couple 2-1s, but
both of us have only gone 3-0 once.
Yeah, once.
Pick the worst games.
What's that?
Just pick the worst games that you guys wouldn't even pick.
I think let's do the DraftKings.
Okay.
Let's start with that.
It's easy.
Yeah, let's see if whoever wins DraftKings, this week and plays and hits us back in the comments stating, yes, I want that thermal. Let's give them first dibs on that. And depending on how that goes, then we'll kind of go from there.
Oh yeah, I think that's the best way. All right, so the winner of this week's DraftKings tournament, week 10, the winner, you're going to get the Supreme Hanes thermal.
Yeah.
The Supreme Hanes collab thermal.
You bet. It has been opened. I tried to put it on. It was too small for me. It's a medium. I need a size large.
There's not really any resale on it, so that's your intention.
Yeah.
And,
it's not because it's open, just so you know.
Yeah, it's already open.
We talked about
There's not really, this is going to be for someone to wear
Yep.
or use. Chris Roberts that works here at Certified. He'd probably be a guy that really would be interested in this.
Yeah,
but he doesn't know shit about football.
Yeah,
so true. He ain't winning shit.
He ain't winning shit.
Actually, that's the kind of guys, the people that win it. Me, I'm over here overstudying, doing all this stuff. I'm down in the basement, and then the motherfucker that never watches any games wins it.
Yep.
It's just how it goes. A guy like JJ doesn't know anything about football.
Actually, like, I was in a pick'em league a while back and everything. I was like leading it half the year, and I never watched a game.
Yeah, you're picking up based off the cheerleaders. Or
That's
something.
the worst.
Who has the prettiest cheerleaders?
Yeah, I do like cheerleaders.
No, like I know how the teams play and everything. I just sort of like base it off the scores. But
you know how they play or where they play. That would make more sense.
Or like, I've seen games here and there, and I
know the rules to football. Is what you're saying.
Yes, I like. I know what teams are usually good and what teams are usually bad, and I just base it off of that, and I'm usually right. Obviously, I'm wrong.
Why aren't you doing heaters?
Yeah,
because I don't know. To be honest, I don't know.
If you have if you have that beginner's luck, man, you should probably get involved then.
That would be funny. We should, if he was like outpacing us on heaters, you should have started that at the beginning of the year.
I'd be so
I didn't know he was going to be this involved in the show.
I'd be so heated for my heaters.
I didn't know he was going to be just this involved in the show. I just wanted to, I see him. I see that he's a kind of a shy guy. He's a young kid. I wanted to try to get him out the shell, help him grow, get involved in the show. And he's been involved since, but not since the beginning. We should have got him involved earlier.
Well, maybe next week.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have him do some research this week.
All right. So yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with DraftKings. Winner of DraftKings. Whoever wins DraftKings this week, if you're interested in the thermal, reach out to me. If you win DraftKings, reach out to me you could leave a YouTube comment. You could hit me on Twitter or Instagram, whatever. Say, yes, hey, I won the DraftKings tournament. I'm so-and-so. I want this thermal. What I'm hoping is I take down the DraftKings tournament. I take the thermal, and all you guys get fucked.
Yeah, because you can wear it. What are you going to do? You going to fucking cut the sleeves off?
I'm just being a dick.
Throw some bro guns on it?
I'm totally fucking around.
Hey,
yeah.
Maybe some guy could win this for his kid or something.
I was just going to say,
that.
maybe I can give this to somebody for Christmas. What do you mean,
exactly.
Dal? You don't know what I can do with this thing.
Give it to like
I'm taking down. I got extra
something.
motivation to take down the DraftKings tournament this week.
Give it to your old lady. She could wear it.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Lame.
What was I going to say? Make sure we might have extra entries in the draft, or we're not extra, but we might have. It might fill up quick. Is what I'm saying this week. So get your DraftKings lineup in quick. It might be filled up. I think we had a couple spots left last week. It didn't fully fill up, but we had a couple spots. We did not have anyone enter the old contest though. So please don't enter the old contest again this week. And I think it will just cancel out. It won't run. It'll automatically cancel. So don't worry about that. Just enter the one that's $90 prize, 20 people. If it fills up, the next few weeks, we'll start another one. I've already talked to you guys about all that stuff. So that I'm just doing, starting the show here. We're just doing some house cleaning stuff. So we got the Supreme Thermal out of the way.
Yep.
You said you're going to cop the new iPad?
I was thinking about it, man. So yeah, I still owe $300
Is it out
on mine.
Yet?
I don't know that it's out yet. I know that
Ted said he was copping it too.
Yeah, my store. So Ted pre-ordered it, so that's why so he's technically copped it right already. So as far as I'm aware of, the release date is tomorrow, so this Friday. But if you already pre-ordered it, you got it on the way. It'll be here probably today or tomorrow. But yeah, I'm hoping my store has it. If not, I'll find a store close by. I still owe $300 on mine, so I have that jump upgrade program, so I'll be able to.
So you're on the financing tip. A lot of companies are doing that now.
For sure.
Different, Verizon, T-Mobile,
I buy my
AT&T,
phones
whoever.
outright, that kind of shit. But for a tablet, for any extras, I might finance.
I think that's what Ted said he did with his. He pre-ordered it, and then he said he just pays the $20 a month or whatever. You're doing the same kind of thing. So you owe $300 on this. You can jump this one.
You got it.
And then just start making.
And the payments are the same.
It's
crazy. Yeah,
because you own a store, don't you have a discount or something? Or
I own a store. Let's get.
I run a store.
He runs the store.
Okay.
My bad.
Yes, we do. We do have discounts on accessories. We do get discounts off of our plan, but we do not. I repeat, we do not get any discounts on phones or actual product of that sort. So we pay the same as consumers.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. So
that sucks, but it's fair in the same way. But
it is what it is. I mean, our plans are stupid cheap. We have great benefits. We have great 401ks. We have great fucking stock options. I mean, it's crazy. So I mean, if I have to pay for product, it is what it is.
It'll make up for it.
Yeah. So, that's cool.
But yeah, man, I'm kind of looking forward to it. There's a couple big things that are different, and I know you probably don't know as much because you're not as in the game. But I think you're pretty technologically sound with your knowledge. But check this out, man.
I think we have the same iPad. What is it? An Air 2?
No, dog. This is the Pro. This is last year's Pro.
Oh, so we don't.
So
have the
I
same
would be
one.
literally getting the new Pro the following year.
See, I think my Air 2 is like if it's not paid off, it's very close.
Oh, dude, you've got.
So I don't know if it's worth it for me to
get back into payments.
Yeah, to get back into paying for a new one, especially because I don't use it. I'm not a designer. I don't draw on the shit. Right. I can't draw for shit. I'm a digital creator. I'm not like a
have a MacBook
art creator.
You have a MacBook.
See,
I do, and I bought mine from you actually. I bought your old one, remember?
Yes.
But I've got battery issues on that. So they don't make batteries. They don't manufacture batteries for that old MacBook anymore. At least Apple doesn't. I could probably get like a third-party battery.
So that is your computer,
yeah,
basically.
so my
iPad Pro.
I mean, I use it every time for all our podcasts.
Do you have the pencil?
I do.
So the pencil obviously works just with the new one. You don't have to buy a new pencil.
It works for the pros, yeah. So they have a first-gen pencil, which is what I have. But with this new iPad, they came out with a second-generation pencil that has, wireless charging to your magnetic.
It's USB-C now?
The new iPad is USB-C.
That seems so strange to me. Wasn't the point of Lightning to be universal and only have to have one cord and it charges everything?
Supposedly it's faster charging is what I've read so far.
I think that's the biggest benefit, right?
That's it. Because they're saying this USB-C, some people were like, well, cool, now can I hook up external options? Do I have, can I get hard drives to it, that kind of thing? As far as I have read, and I read it from 9to5 Mac was my source, that is not a possibility. This is literally just for data and charging capabilities.
What's not a possibility?
Hooking external things up to.
That's never really been a possibility with Apple.
Not really. There are, not with Apple. That is, but with other
Microsoft Surface and all that bullshit. Of course,
absolutely.
Android. But Apple, they don't. They almost prevent you from fucking your own shit up.
You got it.
You know what I mean? That's the whole point of Apple.
They want proprietary control, but they don't want you to have outside sources fucking your shit up.
Just like, unless your iPhone's jailbroken or you did some extra shit, you can't side load apps. Mm-hmm. You can't load apps from a third party source or anything. You have to get them from the Apple App Store, which a lot of people hate. They hate that they're locked down like that.
Quality control.
Personally, I love it because I don't need to get all that shit. I pay for Apple Music. I don't need to fucking steal music. Yeah. Like, I don't need to be that guy. Yeah. I'm just the guy that just goes along. I just pay for my shit. Right. I don't try to hack shit. I just kind of go along, which may not be a great way to go through society or life. A lot of people like to challenge social norms and challenge companies and challenge the way things are.
Or don't like to be restricted.
Me personally, whatever. Yeah. I just want the shit to work well. That's the main reason I have Apple products, because they don't really fail me. The shit just works. When I go to use the phone works.
Right.
JJ's Android does a million more things than my iPhone, but it does a million things that I will never use. And then when I go to use something that's just normal, if I go to just text someone and the shit is freezing and crashing, I'm frustrated. Yeah. I'm annoyed.
Or
I
you
know
have
myself.
that little window that shows buffering or sending or whatever it is. Like, come on. The spinning wheel of death, dog.
Android is like, I love Android, but sometimes they make me want to die inside. But it's the whole, Apple's more quality over quantity, and Android's the complete opposite of that. They always want to be ahead of they're like Adidas, essentially. They want to be ahead of the game. They want new technology. They want Android in general, but whether they can't nail it to the fucking ground.
Well, they're putting too much. I think they're just putting too much into a phone, and then the normal shit just doesn't function correctly. Sure. And that's what frustrates me, because I'm like, damn, I don't even use all that other shit, and now the shit I do use doesn't work. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? I just paid $600 for this Galaxy or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what frustrated me. That's why initially I made the move to Apple in 2012, way back in the day. That's why I haven't moved back. That's why I've been in Apple 6 years strong. I did Apple briefly before that when our first iPhone came out in like 2008. I had a jailbroken version and used it on T-Mobile.
Did it come out in 2008?
07 was the first one.
Was it 07? 07. And then 2010 when it kind of mainstream.
Yep. So I got it in about 08, 09, right after the first Android phone had come out, the G1 or whatever it was.
I remember with my company, T-Mobile didn't have Apple for the longest time, dog.
Yeah, I was there. That's why I had a jailbroken version.
We had jailbroken. I remember using my 3G or my 3GS, getting fucking 2G, having to hotspot another phone because I'd have two lines just to hotspot my data.
But dude, I remember Apple's shit was smooth back then, and the reason I know that is I vividly remember being on 2G, bro, being on Edge and streaming the Masters on the Masters app. Really? This is probably 2009. And I remember having my iPhone on Edge, working in the store. I wasn't on Wi-Fi or anything. And I was able to stream the Masters. I remember watching fucking Amen Corner or whatever it was. Yeah. Dude, like, I vividly remember that. And I was like, damn, this shit is tight. Like,
the turn at Augusta.
It was still working, dude. It was still streaming on 2G. That's just how quality Apple's shit is. Something about it. allowed it to work, where my Android phone would have never streamed on 2G. It wouldn't have streamed shit.
Yeah.
But something about Apple, the way that that's another thing I like about Apple. I think that's another theory I have why it doesn't break down as much as Android, is because Apple creates the hardware, Apple creates the software, Apple creates everything. Other than like the screens and shit that are made by Samsung or LG or whoever the fuck they partner with, they're creating the rest of that shit. So it is proprietary, but it all works together.
Yeah.
It all works seamlessly because they create it. You know what I mean? Android, you got so-and-so making the operating system. You got
Intel chipsets, fucking this person, that person, batteries. That's what caused Samsung's fucking Note 7s to catch fire.
The whole fire issue they
using
had.
different companies, different batteries, that kind of shit.
And so with Android, you got Google making the software. You got Samsung or LG or Motorola or whoever making the hardware.
Right.
It's just a lot, man. There's a lot of moving parts that go on with Android. So yes, they can do a lot more. They have the potential to do a lot more, but they also have the potential to maybe break down a little bit quicker. I think, they're one of the greatest phones ever for the first 6 months.
I would challenge anybody who's using an Android from when they start using it to 8 months down the road. I bet that thing is working like a third of what it was.
Unless you have
a
Pixel.
Yeah.
Unless you have a Pixel.
Any of those phones that don't have the limited bloatware, adware, that kind of stuff. Yeah. I mean, I think you're probably right on that.
I would say unless you have a Pixel, or unless maybe you're a super techie guy.
Remember the Nexus series?
Exactly, Nexus, yep. Yeah. If you're a guy that knows how to root the phone, if you know how to go in to the back end of the software, change shit, if you know how to keep your phone clean, then Android's probably great for you. Yeah, you're the guy that should be using Android. You're a techie motherfucker.
And you're not coming into a T-Mobile store fucking having me clean it for you.
Right, exactly.
Waste
and I think
my time.
That's where we get so annoyed with Android is we dealt with so many customers. When I was working in retail, I remember it was just nonstop people that were coming in, and it's just like one after another. They were classic iPhone customers. They were people that should have been sold iPhones. Because they don't know how to use technology. They're not super smart.
Too custom.
They just want to use a few apps. They want to browse the internet. They want to text their daughter that's going to school out at fucking UCLA. You know what I mean? Like, they do not want to do a ton of shit. So those are not good Android customers. Totally. Like, they just don't need that shit, man. So that's kind of the rant on as far as Apple or Android, whatever. But the new iPad, I don't know that I personally need it for what I use my iPad for, considering that it's either paid off or almost paid off. I got to check on that. I've actually been trying to get you to look up my plan for a couple weeks now, and you're too busy at your new store. Again, I can't even fucking get a call back for 5 hours, let alone have a guy look up my plan and try to save me some money. Fuck. Forget that.
That's
it's
true.
Not going anywhere. Jesus. Let's move from the Apple convo. I wanted to hit on YouTubers, dude. You're the one that kind of told me you keep up with sneaker YouTube a little bit more than I do. I consume here and there.
Yeah.
If I got some free time, I'll try to catch a vlog. I'll try to keep up with what other fools are doing on their channel. But I'm not as in depth as you, and I think that comes from being the time god. When you were the time god, you were literally up on everyone's fucking channel. You'd be detailing me in 20-minute detailed combo. All right, the real Ray Ray's fucking shit in the bed doing this. Seth Fowler's giving mad tech specs, throwing out here on shit. This guy's doing that. You were killing me with the knowledge. You know what I mean? I think you still are. I think maybe you backed out a little bit. Am I clear on that? Or?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Being a shitload busier now, man. It's crazy. Can't even get no fucking sleep, much less hang with the lady. And let me tell you how fun those conversations are, man. With the lady fucking lighting me up, saying, "Hey, how about?" I'm not supposed to make fun of her with the voice, but she's like,
"What are you doing?"
She's like, "Hey, don't." I can't even not do it. She's like, "Hey, babe, can you not make fun of me for the crazy voices anymore?" I'm like, "Yeah, that
is pretty rude, Dallas. Do you ever hear me talking about my lady doing like this, voice? I don't do that.
Yeah, that's pretty rude.
It's not nice.
But she's like, "Hey,
fucking nice.
Hey, do you think I can fucking get a hug every once in a while?" I'm like, I'm in the zone.
I'm in the zone.
I'm fucking grinding. And it's funny because
I want to hug the real Ray Ray instead.
Dog. Clank, clank. I want to say what's up to Mike Rich. Clank, clank. But I was talking to It's Teddy, not to get on a tangent yesterday, about this exact thing, because he's like, yeah, my girl, she understands kind of what I'm going through. She's reaping a lot of the benefits of the money that we're making, and the options or the opportunities we've had to travel. She's traveling with me. It's great. So she's a little bit more lax with some of those things. But he's like, don't get it twisted, man. Every once in a while, I just got to go back in there. I got to apologize for just some dumb shit that I did.
Ted said that to you?
Dumb shit, yeah. Oh. Some dumb shit that I didn't say or whatever. I'm in the same boat, man. Yeah. I really am. But I do like to keep up with technology. I like to keep up with the game. YouTubers, shootubers, YouTube. I mean, that's what we do. weekly. We talk about this shit. It's intertwined into what we do, and it's important, man, that I keep up with this culture. That some people, the old heads would say it's dumb, it's bullshit culture. But what I have found out is a lot of these YouTubers, mostly shoe-tubers, let's speak.
Wait, before you go in there, let me just hit on the girlfriend situation before you get on that path. It is. I'm the first one to admit, and I know it is extremely hard for a girl to want to be in a relationship with a guy like me, a guy like Ted, a guy like you, because we're so busy and we're trying to do something bigger. Yeah. That doesn't happen by itself. You have to fucking work, and you have to work hard. You have to work your ass off, and it's not just what we do sitting here in front of the microphone or in front of the camera. It's a lot of the setup, the shit behind the scenes, reaching out to people to try to book guests, getting graphics done, trying to get merch shit going. It's so much behind uploading,
editing,
fuck yeah, creating the trailers, dude. Just creating the 1 minute trailer that I try to put out for Instagram
to get people to even fucking look at us.
Right, bro. Yeah. It's a lot of fucking work, dude. And I would love to hire like a marketing department just to market our shit and push us out, because I know we have great content, I know we have great products. Sure. It just has to get in front of the right people. And like Ted said yesterday on the podcast, man, I think between YouTube, between all of our other streaming services, if we're getting 3,000 listens, dude, that's 3,000 motherfuckers listening to a radio show, listening to us sit here and talk,
wasting
and consume
time
content
on us.
And dude, the amount of people that we get that say, this podcast is incredible. I fucking love this podcast. This helps me get through my day at work. Sure. This helps me get through my drive when I'm sitting in rush hour traffic. That's the whole point, man. We're here to have fun. We're here to engage you guys in the conversation, going through the YouTube comments, seeing what, answering questions from you guys. We're here to provide entertainment and provide good quality content and provide a good conversation with you guys. That's what we do here. Now, to do that, it takes a lot of fucking time, and it takes a lot of hard work. And to be a girl and try to be in a relationship with guys like us, it is tough, dude. And not that I pity them, but I don't even know if I want to say I feel for them, but because I offer a lot too. I feel like I give my girlfriend a lot, dude. I offer a lot of good things to her. She's laughing her ass off constantly. I'm over here, I'm just busting jokes nonstop. Yeah. She loves that aspect of our relationship. So for me, that just any little, whether like you say, can I get a hug? Can I get a little kiss? Can I get any little affection that you can give when you can give it makes them feel special. So we do need to remember that. We do need to keep that top of mind, because you don't want to make them feel like they're left out in the cold. We want to make them feel like they're a part of the fucking journey. Hey, babe, we going to New York. We got to record a cool podcast there. We got these guests coming up. Hey, we're going to fly to Columbia and interview Yale. We're going to do a dope ass podcast on Columbia. We want to make them feel like they're a part of that shit. You know what I mean? And
it's hard to do. It's hard to do because I find myself, as busy as I am now, it's just constant grind mode in my head. Yeah. And that loving, that nurturing, that complimentary state is pretty buried pretty deep sometimes. Right. You know what I mean? Because it's just a constant focus on where I want to go, where I need to be, and what I need to get done. You know what I mean? It's just moving forward. And unfortunately, sometimes I move forward and, the lady is 2 steps back. Yeah. And I got to go ring her back in. Right. She usually does that. She usually brings me back in, unfortunately, because that's the dynamics of where we're at. But, yeah, it's hard, man. If you want to make something work, you can. But, man, it's just like work. Everything's fucking work.
And a lot of you fellas, you guys probably work hard too, man. Whether you're doing a construction job, whether you're doing accounting, whether you're in the stock market, whether you're doing whatever, man, oil and gas. Like, you're on the road, you travel for work. It's the same kind of shit. You're putting in mad work to get to a point, to maybe to provide for your family, or you have personal goals or personal successes you want to attain. So you're working hard to get there. But if your girlfriend, if you're not kind of including her somewhat, and it's just all about you all the time, and you don't take any interest in what she does, you don't try to include her in what you're doing, then she feels left out in the cold, and that's where your relationship starts to have
rightfully
issues.
So. Yeah.
And that, honestly, you guys probably shouldn't be in a relationship, because at that point you're almost not even friends. If I felt like I had to conceal things from my girl, or I couldn't talk to her openly like I could talk to you or any of my other best friends, I wouldn't be with her. Yeah. What's the point of us being together if we're not friends first? If I don't feel like I can have this convo with her, if I can't be transparent with her, and I've been in relationships like that where I felt like I had to walk on eggshells, or I couldn't say certain shit, but that's not me. That's the worst. I say everything. Yeah, I'm bad, dude. I'm bad at keeping secrets. I'm bad at fucking not speaking my mind. I'm bad at just blowing up off the top of my head. And then I'm like, I shouldn't have said that. I should have probably reeled that back. I should have said that a different way, you know? And I'm the first to realize it and apologize, but it does happen. That's just the kind of guy I am. So I couldn't be in a relationship with a girl that doesn't understand that. Yeah. That doesn't understand that I'm fucking, when I'm hungry, I wild out a little bit. Yeah. When I'm fucking, you know, my girl's so patient. She understands me. She understands how I am. She understands what supporting me looks like. It's great. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the real ones.
It's a great dynamic.
For sure.
And if you don't have that, or if you have someone that's not supporting you and you have both going in different directions, just end it now. Yeah. We talked about it on the podcast yesterday with Ted. We've all been in relationships that just should have ended 6 months to a year, 2 years before they did finally end. Mm-hmm. And you got to get out, man. Just get out. It's not... if you don't feel that support and you don't feel that love, then get out. Don't waste your time. Whether you're a guy or a girl, whether you're a girl in this situation listening to the podcast and your guy is us and he works too hard, but you don't feel the support from him on that side, or you don't feel included, or you don't feel involved. First of all, make sure he knows that you feel that way. Yeah. Voice that. Be direct with him. So he can, because as guys, I know women want us to read their minds. We can't. You know what I mean? Like, I know you want me to know that you want a date night on my family's calling me. Hopefully it's not good news like yesterday, or bad news like yesterday, but I mean, anyways. But where was I going? What was I saying? I'm sorry.
You were saying, hey, make sure that the women
communicate. Make sure they know, because you know, as much as you think your man knows that you want to have a massage and a date night on Thursday night, he might not. You know what I mean? Like, he might not know you want the fucking rosé bottle of wine either. If you guys can't communicate, then you guys aren't even real friends as far as I'm concerned. If I feel like I can't communicate with my friends, or I got to walk on eggshells around my friends, they're probably not my friends, because I'm not good at that. I'm just not good at being sneaky and lying and fucking leaving shit out conveniently, not telling the whole story. You never have to know what I'm thinking, because I already told you 5 minutes ago. Yeah. If you're wondering what I'm thinking, just flip back 5 minutes, because I already probably said it. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. Heart on the sleeve. So I feel like I'm pretty easy to deal with. Yeah. On the contrary, I've been in relationships where, like, God, you're so fucking hard to deal with, because you're a loose cannon. You're just, boom, off the top. You're constantly thinking, constantly throwing shit out, constantly going fast. Yeah. I can't keep up. And I get it. Some girl, I wore them the fuck out. That's true. Too much. That's true. I mean, my Uncle Roselli's the same way. I got to fucking wear you out, bro. Like, he'll talk your ear off. He'll just wear you out. That's just what it is. Like, could be, you know, East Coast thing, could be an Italian thing, could be a fucking just a personality thing. I don't know.
We're all just trying to fill up the love tank, man. I'll bring that back. Let's bring that back, okay?
Fill up the love tank.
By the way, sorry,
go where you going with sneaker YouTubers. I want to hit on that shit.
Let me say something about the lady night. Shit, we got something planned next week, man. We're gonna go to the mac and cheese, or no, it's not a mac and cheese. It's some sort of grilled cheese mac and cheese festival next week, this Wednesday.
Where?
Downtown.
Leave it to Denver to always be doing some weirdo fucking hippie bullshit.
It's all about
if it ain't craft beer and weed. It's fucking mac and cheese, grilled cheese fucking festivals. Are we in Wisconsin? What the fuck are we doing? What's going on?
I'm just trying to fill up a love tank, man. I don't know what's going on.
Whose idea? Her idea?
It was her idea.
She said, "Hey, Dallas, let's go to this mac and cheese." Oh, sorry. Now I'm doing voices for your lady. My bad.
There you are.
I'm getting fucked up. I'm sorry, Robin. I apologize.
Let's see.
She brought me a breakfast burrito the other day over here too. I feel bad now.
Yeah, she was thinking about us. Maybe she just wanted to see the spot. She'd never seen the spot. I've tried to encourage her. Hey, come by.
Hey,
see
come
what's
by.
up. But hey, babe, come by. See it.
Stop it. You're gonna get killed. Stop it.
I'm gonna get roasted so hard.
Stop it.
You're not gonna come back alive next podcast.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna be here next one.
I'm definitely gonna have to listen to some Take That. I want you back. I want you back.
Oh God. We were jamming out songs before the podcast, and Dallas was I didn't even know what it was. He was getting real romantic. Like, he's playing like love jams, like 90s love songs and shit. Like some shit you'd hear at a wedding. All right, we got the first dance from Easton and Caitlin out here. You know, like that kind of shit. Was listening to 90s romantic jams. Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm waiting for you to scroll the fucking phone, find the grilled cheese festival that you're not talking about. And I'm over here spinning my wheels. I'm fucking getting deeper and deeper with no cat litter. I'm getting fucking stuck.
Deeper and deeper. Yeah, so it's some sort of mac and cheese festival, whatever it is. I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just here to fill up the love tank.
When is this?
It is next Wednesday. So what is next Wednesday? Is that the...
It's a nighttime thing?
Yeah, it's an evening thing. Yeah, so it's the 14th, and it's an evening thing from like...
Where?
From like 5 to 7, 5 to 8 downtown, like near the Civic Center.
Indoors, obviously? No? That's what seems weird to me. That's why I'm thrown off. Now I'm really thrown off because it's gotten cold here in Colorado. Let's be real. It actually was snowing earlier right outside this window here in our studio. But It's gotten cold, and you're telling me not only is it from 5 to 7 p.m., you're telling me it's potentially outdoors, and it's on a Wednesday night? Who planned this event?
Let's see here. Denver Mac and Cheese Beer Fest is.
I knew it had to be something with beer. There was no way. There was no fucking craft beer, hippie Colorado bullshit going on. There's no way.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's called. It's hosted by Rockstar Beer Festivals. The Denver Mac and Cheese Beer Fest is an all-inclusive event bringing guests to downtown Denver.
I honestly wouldn't mind this. Sounds like a decent time. Doesn't sound like if my lady asked me to go to this, I wouldn't be like, fuck, I'm getting drugged to this shit. It sounds fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even really like beer, but fuck, I love mac and cheese.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sounds fine.
But it's at the Vinyl Event Center. So I guess that is an indoor center. It's off of Broadway, actually.
I was going to say.
Yeah, actually,
they're having this outdoors,
actually,
guys.
decently close to here, man.
We got to reevaluate.
So it sounds like you got live bands, DJs, beer,
I have to be out there in fucking ski gear. Like I'm up at Buttermilk Mountain in Aspen and shit. All right, that makes more sense.
As long as it's Supreme Gore-Tex.
It's indoor. Yo, Supreme.
Come on, man.
Gore-Tex. Sneaker YouTubers. Sorry. Go back. Go down. Go down
sneaker YouTubers. So it sounds like there's monetization, there's demonetization, there's a bunch of issues with the YouTube community right now, especially with YouTubers. Cursing, letting people be them, do them, all these different things. And I can't speak to YouTube's algorithm. That's not what I do. That's not what I write. But there's something screwy. There's something that's making the YouTube community unhappy. Because of that, you're seeing
before. Teddy talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
He said to upload all your shit to all the platforms because of the way YouTube is gone.
Yeah.
But he said that YouTube's never going to fix itself if the top people at the top of the YouTube mountain, all these, your Jake Pauls and your fucking Casey Neistats and whoever are at the top of the YouTube thing. Shane Dawson?
Yep.
Dawson. Yeah. That's what if all those people are at the top and they don't stop uploading or they don't,
right.
All the top people don't stop. It's never going to change. It's never going to change. It's going to continue to hurt us in the middle or at the bottom or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't feel like we're at the bottom, but we're, middle of the road, just middle of the road YouTubers. Teddy's maybe a little higher up than us, but you know what I'm saying? It's never going to help the people here. I couldn't believe when he told us yesterday his last check was $200. I couldn't fucking believe that, dude.
Yeah.
That was, I realized
that has
my shit was 60.
Yeah.
So I get it. I was like, my shit was $60, but $200? That's fucking terrible. It's funny to me too, because people just think, oh, you guys are fucking making millions of dollars. I mean, Jesus, give it a rest. Definitely not doing this for the. We're doing this to build it up, to have a future. But we're not doing this for the money right now. Let's be real. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're doing it for the love, and so we can build something and have something later on. But that was crazy to me that what he talked about there and how low his check was, and it made total sense. He's like, if you don't start uploading to all platforms and trying to take advantage of a little bit of money here, a little bit of money here, a little bit of money over here, then you're just trying to do YouTube. YouTube doesn't give a fuck about you. Yeah. YouTube still they're trying to control your content by not paying you as much for cussing and for smoking weed and for being real on the channel.
You got to diversify your portfolio.
That's what it comes down to. You have to end up being a character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't be real anymore. Yeah. And my channel has always been pretty real, I feel like. I don't feel like I'm playing, Thomas the Franchise is a fake character. I'm not the same guy in the
I watch my cursing a little bit because I feel like I'm on a platform and I have to be more formal, even though I don't have to be. It's just something in my head because I'm not used to doing this.
There was a point where I briefly thought about doing that, and then I was like, "This is me. I can't.
I gotta let the F-bomb fly sometimes.
I'm not gonna."
But no, I think we're pretty real. I think what you see there is what you get here.
Right.
And that's what Ted alluded to as well. He's like, at the end of the day, I'm going to have my whole life, not my whole life documented, but I'm going to have a parts of my life documented. And I know that I can rest easy knowing that it was authentic. We talked about that.
So speaking to that combo, you're talking about sneaker YouTubers now moving in different directions from their current channels.
I think what they're going to do is I think most of them are still going to continue. Again, I think they're diversification like we're talking about here. I think they're, some of them have already went to Twitch, and doing some of the gaming stuff with, what are some of the big games? I know Fortnite was one of the big games.
I don't know shit about gaming.
Battlefield. I don't know.
That's why I've never even set up a Twitch. People tell me to get on Twitch. I don't.
I'm not trying to game. Do we have time for that?
That's the thing. I just don't have time. And I'm such a competitive guy. The last shit I got really, really wrapped up in was Madden.
Yep.
And that was about 2015 or probably 14 to 16. I was playing Madden so heavy. I got so involved in Madden Ultimate Team. I started spending money. I started trying to open these packs and get these cards and get these players. And it was going well, dude. I was like winning tournaments and making money, so it was cool.
Yeah, you were telling me shit about it, and I didn't even give a fuck because I had no idea what I was talking about. You know?
But the amount of time I was spending, dude, was just
crazy,
nuts. If I would have put that amount of time into the vlog, I would have started the vlog back in 2014.
Oh, shit.
Then we talk about millionaires.
Pre-house fire.
No, not millionaires, but we talk about making some actual good money probably. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, it just wasn't it just wasn't hitting like that. I can't game like that. I don't got the time.
Totally. And, so what these guys are doing is obviously Twitch, doing some gaming, stuff like that, try to get some revenue there. A lot of them, are just kind of reevaluating platforms. Like what can I do? How can I rebrand myself or have another platform, introduce myself to another platform? And what it's come down to is Kais Omar alluded to it 2 weeks ago. I haven't gone back to see where he's at with it yet. But Fomer Simpson actually in his vlog yesterday alluded to him and Buckets possibly starting a podcast.
I've heard of multiple cats wanting to start podcasts or saying they're going to start podcasts.
And we know Teddy and Ern have done, a couple, 2 or 3 podcasts. I think they were doing them on Saturdays.
Okay.
But I know Ern's doing Coheed and Cambria. He's doing merch, Comic-Con. Ted's busy as shit always, right?
Yeah.
So, and he's going to travel here soon quite a bit. But I think podcasts are something that a lot of these, sneaker YouTubers are looking at and evaluating as potential earnings and revenue. And again, another way to get themselves out there. So
I'm interested to see what happens. I'm interested to see if they have quite a bit of a learning curve because I feel like it is. I mean, I feel like there are people that start podcasts and it's just natural to them and they're really good, but that's not mostly the case. Mm-hmm. I come from a radio background. I hosted a sports talk show for 2 years on a regular radio station here in Denver. I'm very familiar with how to do radio. I'm very familiar with how it all works, the setup, what's engaging, what's not. And that's not to toot my own horn or anything, but that's just to say that saying I want to start a podcast and then actually starting one and sticking to it and being able to create consistent content and have good conversation is tough.
It's
dude.
hard. I mean, even me coming
hard.
into this, like we've talked a lot, we've had conversations a lot. There was even some practicing before we started doing the podcast. But when you're behind a mic and you've never done that, now a lot of these YouTubers have been in different ways.
Yeah.
But they're not necessarily researching
all
these different topics, and they're not addressing people in a way that you have to. Engaging wise.
But you saw on my
podcast.
channel, I've been doing this kind of on my channel before we started the podcast. I was constantly I'd be like, I want to hit on this topic. I want to hit on this fucking Michael Bennett situation. I want to hit on this situation with sports. I want to talk about Marquette King and his situation. And so I've kind of been introducing that in my channel a little bit, similar to what Teddy was talking about with his clothing line and his designs yesterday on that convo. I've been kind of doing it. You know what I mean? So for us to jump in and do the podcast, me already kind of doing that, plus coming from radio, it wasn't that far of a leap.
Fairly organic.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Wasn't a huge leap. We jumped in and we were able to make it pretty, I feel like we created pretty good content pretty fucking quickly.
Yeah.
Like it's not like people had to wait too long for this show to get listenable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes you turn into a show or a podcast and you're like, fuck, I can't listen to this for 2 hours. It's too much. And then sometimes you just vibe with the personality of the people. They create good content. You're engaged in the conversation. And that's what we continually try to do here. I mean, we're going to talk our consistent sports stuff, our football stuff, our headline stuff, but then we're going to be able to hit on just different conversations and steer the topic in different directions. And I think that relates to you guys as people, also involving you in the conversation, answering your questions. I've thought about it. I want to do like a segment where you guys ask us questions or advice on different things, whether it's like the neighbors situation I was going through, whether it's something to do with your lady or your man, your relationship stuff, whether it's something to do with a crush or how do you ask a girl out at work or what should you do to talk to someone. I have a lot of fucking good advice I feel like I can give people, and whether you take it or whether you think it's good or you think it's bad, it's my opinion. So you're obviously tuned in to hear opinions on this podcast. So I would love for you guys to start sending in questions on kind of like a what would y'all do segment. And then give us a scenario. Give us, hey, maybe you're at a job, you're making $50,000. You're gonna get hired at a job where there's $80K, but there's a ton more stress involved. You got a kid on the way. What do you do? Those kind of things, man. You need some life advice. Maybe that's what we should call it, just life advice, man. You need some life advice from us. we would love to start making that a segment on the show, whether we do a couple of them each segment or each show, or we just do one each show. You know, you send us in an email, leave us, email is the most private. Then no one else sees what you wrote or something. If it's something private to you and you know, we can leave your name out. We can just say, yo, this is from so-and-so, you know, it's from fucking Rob in Sarasota, Florida or whatever. And just kind of give life advice, man. Any questions you guys may have, things that you're, it could be anything from sneakers you're looking to buy to, like I said, relationship stuff, moving, job stuff, life, whatever, family. You're not getting along with your mom, but you're cool with your dad and it's causing a riff and a beef, whatever, man. Whatever real life shit, bring it to the podcast because I love talking that real life shit on here. But to kind of finish that convo up, I think it's going to be tough. I don't think any of these sneaker YouTubers are going to be able to jump in and just create an incredible podcast right away. It takes time. It takes time to get good. It takes time to be good. It takes a lot of repetition to be good. And I think it's going to be interesting to watch. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to watch whether they get frustrated with it and quit after 2 weeks of doing it. Because I know that's what a lot of people, they say it takes 18 podcasts to really find yourself and hit your stride. This is episode 20 motherfucking 1.
Is it already?
In this bitch. We're primetime Deion Sanders in this bitch. Episode 21. So we
primetime pre-Cowboys.
Yep.
Actually, no, this is 22.
Oh shit, this is 22. Yeah, the one with Ted's
Ted was
21. Damn, this is Emmett Smith up in this bitch.
Damn.
This is Emmett Smith.
Double deuces.
Yep. So yeah, man.
Would you call that the double deuce? Remember what was that movie from? Roadhouse. The double deuce bar?
I haven't seen it. No,
Patrick Swayze
you know
at his
how
best,
bad
dog?
of a movie guy I am, bro. I'm a bad movie guy. I know they were making a remake with Rhonda, and then
nobody wants to see
kind of got
that.
shelved.
Yeah, good.
But now I heard it's coming back.
I want you back.
I don't know if it's her though.
Yeah, I don't. Without Patrick Swayze, man, it's tough to. Yeah, I'm not watching.
All right, let's jump into sneakers, man. What do you got sneaker-wise for us?
Sneakers, man. A couple updates. Number one, the V2 Zebra was pushed back a week on the U.S. side. However, the U.K. Release date stays the same, which was the 9th. So we were pushed back on the U.S. side to the 16th. If you're on your Foot Locker apps, Finish Line has already been closed out, so you've already taken the L there. But Foot Locker is still available right now on the app. So 16th, Zebra coming out.
So because they're not dropping on the same day, will hype still stay the same, or will it drop once and then drop again, or
what do you mean drop once and drop again?
Because or like the price, the resale value, because the UK is only going to get it and we can't get it yet. So will it drop once and then just not drop again?
Oh, you're talking about price
twice?
drop.
Yes.
Price drop twice.
And just like hype.
I don't think so.
Or will it like stay up there for that 1 week and then once
it's already low.
Yeah,
we already it's already under 300.
Yeah,
right?
there's not much hype already. I mean, you can go on StockX right now and buy the Zebra in most sizes, even in your nice sizes, probably 320 on average. So I mean that has a little bit of resale right now, obviously at 225. I think the new one's coming out, the Sesame. I heard rumors of $225, $5 more.
Weird.
I don't know what's up with that, but whatever.
I could see that on the clear joints with the clear the statics.
Yeah,
I could see maybe. But
a little
what
bit
the
more
fuck
on
is
that?
the difference on Sesame? Why is that $5 difference?
Well, I don't know if that was the for sure one or not, but I've heard the price increasing of V2s possibly.
Wouldn't surprise me. Adidas hiking up prices? No way.
No big
Adidas
surprise.
fucking overcharging for their shit?
Talked
No
about that with Boost God yesterday. Yeah. So that one was pushed back a little bit. The other one I would say, you had the multi-colors, so the navy and the white. With the crazy multi-toe boxes dropped this morning off Adidas US, off of baitme.com. Shits are sitting. The 1.0s, one of the most sought-after pairs. That white multi was one of the most sought-after pairs for so long, man, when we're talking 1.0s. And to see those things sit, am I surprised? No, especially with what Adidas has been doing and how their shoes have not been selling via hype. I'm not surprised to see it sit, but I'm also at a $200 price point. People aren't spending $200, man, especially on Boost. They know that Boost is going to go on sale. They know literally within 1 to 2 days, those parlays that just dropped, the parlays, STLTs, which there's no hype on STLTs. Nobody likes that silhouette, except probably Ted.
Ted loves that
silhouette. I have one pair. I have the Bumblebee joints.
Ted has to have all.
Yeah, for sure. But they've already went on sale. They retail at $170. There was a coupon for $20 off at $150. Them shits might even hit the outlet. Who knows? Parlay Ultra Boost parlay boosts of any sort have not been doing well with hype right now. So you'll probably see those go on sale. I mean, actually, they already are. But what I would say is the funny thing about these 1.0s right now off of StockX versus Adidas, bait me, retail 200 off of StockX in my size, I can get those bitches right now for 160.
No shit. Wow.
That's how low they've already dropped. They've been had. Nobody wants them. So if you are trying to buy those right now, don't buy them off Adidas. Don't buy them for retail. They are under retail on StockX as we speak.
Damn.
So
I feel like Ludacris should have dropped in there. How low can you go?
no shit, man.
You know,
it's crazy because how low are these boosts going to go?
It's wild.
Man, Adidas is going to have to do something, man, to bring back the hype, sign some new people, obviously address their pricing, which we've talked about numerous times.
You think it's just too much too fast? Like they just started pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping,
I think
and
there
now it's
is
just like,
something
whoa,
to be said about a
we gotta
saturated
slow
market.
The train down a little.
Yeah, saturated
Isn't
market. for
Jordan
sure.
doing the same thing though?
I think they've made
Because
their
they
stuff.
literally have like, there's one point I know they were like dropping every week. There was a new Jordan, so like
They still are. They still are. I mean, you look at the 10s that sat, the 12s that this holiday season, maybe even Black Friday. I think the 12s, those all red 12s are coming out. Most of them shits are going to sell. The South Beach 8s.
Dude offered me a raffle yesterday for those 12s. So I was like,
Nah, man.
I'm good.
Pass on that.
I have the 11s from last year, the all red ones.
Uh-huh.
And I love them. I love that pair, but I don't really wear them a
that's
lot.
the only one
You know what I
people
mean?
actually like is the 11s. Those sell out everywhere.
No, dude, those platinum tints
the
are
platinum
sitting
tints
like a
are
mug.
sitting
They're
on-
everywhere.
Oh, really?
And the
I
I
reason
walked into
is
3 stores yesterday, and they were on the
At
shelf.
least
Dude.
I know the 11s at the shop I used to work at and everything. They sold out. every
traditional
time.
11s.
Yes,
These
that-
platinum
yeah.
tints didn't have the patent leather that the 11s have always been known for.
And I looked at them, dude. They're actually really good quality.
Are they?
Like when I
Like the suede or nubuck
yeah,
on 'em?
dude. They feel really, really nice. For whatever reason,
Because I've heard different. I've heard a lot of inconsistencies with stitching, with threads, with that suede nubuck
I guess
as well.
it's the pair.
so-
It's
Well,
going to
that's
depend
with
on your
every
pair.
Jordan
But I looked
nowadays.
at
well, I
them.
mean, yeah, for sure.
I liked them. I thought they felt really, really nice in hand.
Yeah.
And I've told you that when I got those 11 lows, the gray ones, and when I got the Jeter 11 lows, dude, those have been some of the most comfortable Jordans I've ever worn. And it's because of the fact that they've changed the insole. They've changed the material. We talked about that. Pulled the insole out of the
Thicker
old
insole.
Georgetown joint. Pulled the insole out of the
More
cool
arch on
gray.
it.
Yeah. More arch, kind of goes up the side. Just nicer, dude. Just feels nicer. And that platinum tint feels the same way. It feels very similar. Sorry, what were you going to say, JJ? Did you have something more?
No, I was
You don't
just
remember? Oh,
saying
my
like
bad. I felt like I cut you off.
I was just agreeing with him because Jordans are getting worse because I've held a couple pairs of Travis Scotts and everything, and you could find glue marks,
all
and
the
shit
glue,
like that.
and they were known
It's
for
like-
that. I think they just produced those a little fast and put them to market really
what
fast.
it felt like.
That's what I had heard, but yeah, a lot of glue stains. But to get away from that, still with the Jordans, now that you guys are there, do you guys know anything about the Oneness Boutique?
I've heard of it.
Have you,
Yeah.
JJ?
No.
No? You
know
were in the shoe
Oneness.
game? No?
No,
Okay,
no.
cool. So yesterday, one of the most hype shoes this year. I would say not the most hype, but one. What do you guys know about the Jordan 1 not for resale NRGs?
I know about them.
You know about them?
yellow and the red ones.
You got it, man. So these are the red ones yesterday to speak on. So they're weird, right? They say not for resale on the actual outsole, or on the midsole, excuse me. They say something about creasing behind the toe box, like on the backside of the toe box, closer to the shoelaces. And then they actually, on the tongue, instead of Nike Air, they say wear and then me on the other side. So this is kind of a joke, right? In the game, right? This is Jordan did this to try to make fun of the resellers and the resale game and the market.
And
So
doesn't say like no photos on the back.
it does. It says no photos on the back. So long story short, now we know about the shoe, right? I've been very descriptive of it. Oneness Boutique, and I believe this one to be the Kentucky location. There's a few of them, but
Everyone down in Kentucky?
yeah, man.
Crazy.
So when
Big sneaker
people
culture down there?
when people lined up for this shoe yesterday, they didn't know what they knew what they were getting, but they didn't know the situation that was going to arise. So these fools are waiting. Some were waiting for hours. Some were waiting, since the middle of the night to try to get this shoe. And most people that were waiting in line did get the shoe. Oneness, however, had a stipulation, and they didn't know this until they were buying the shoe. The stipulation was they had to wear the shoes out the store, just like we talked about with the Paras, right, in the UK. But they even took it one step further.
That is so awesome.
They had to leave the fucking box behind.
No shit.
They couldn't take the fucking box with them.
I saw they had to wear them out. I didn't know about that.
Dog, how crazy is
wild.
that? Okay,
That's
so
fucking wild.
now the
I don't even
owner.
know how I feel about that.
Yeah, so
Rip
which we can
resellers.
talk about. Let me just
Gosh,
say one
I
more
need to
thing.
gather my thoughts on that. How do
Gather
I
your
feel?
thoughts, because let's
Wow.
talk about this. But here's the deal: the owner came out and said publicly his thoughts behind this. And what he said was, "Hey, look, man, this shoe was specifically designed to be worn. This was Nike's jab at the resellers, the resale community. This is, let me be an old sneakerhead. This is my fucking boutique. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. Not only are we going to make these fools walk out just like that Para release in the UK, but he's like, we're gonna fucking keep their boxes. We're not going to let them take the boxes. So this was something they intended to do because of the symbolism behind the shoes, right? To say, wear me. The toe box is creased, the not for resale. The owner just said, hey, here's what we're going to do, and this is our plan. He said the release did go fairly well. There was obviously some arguments, and there was no fights, there was no bullshit from that aspect, but he said the release overall went fairly well. Based off of that, what do you guys think?
Fuck, dude, that is
Crazy, huh? Because you can't tell me, if I'm going to spend my hard-earned
Right.
money, I definitely understand.
That's where it's
you
so
cannot
hard.
tell me what to do. You can't. This is my fucking shoe. I bought it. I stayed in line. I put the work in. This is my hard-earned money. Don't tell me fucking how to use the shoe. Totally get it. Totally get it. Especially me being a collector.
Right.
I'm not even a reseller, but the collector in me who actually does like the shoe, respects the shoe. I've got the old head mentality. I'm good with that. But I still am like, fuck you, man. Maybe I just want to take it out the box and look at it all the time. Who knows? It can be argued 5 ways till Sunday.
gosh, that's so
At the
tough.
end of the
dude.
day, though,
I can see both sides.
I like it, though. I want people to wear their shoes, too.
Right.
This podcast, you know me, man. I'm the collector, leaving everything on ice, not to sell it just because I'm a collector
just like
and
to
it looks
collect,
pretty.
yeah.
It's not fucked up. It's nice, right? And I love to just look at my shit every once in a while and have it on display. But damn, this is also cool to me because, like, fucking wear your shoes like they're intended, man.
Right.
And I think Jordan 1s especially look so great being fucking worn, man.
I'm with you. I see good and bad on both sides, dude. And I don't know where I come in.
Yeah.
I don't really feel a way. I just kind of,
What about if they took your box?
oh man,
They won't let you have your box. What do you think about that?
It's one thing.
I wear the shoes, so I'm fine, dude.
Yeah?
If that was part of the stipulation, and that was made clear up front, and I didn't wait in line all night thinking that I could just go in and buy the shoe and walk out. If that was made very clear up front, there was a sign up front that said, "Hey, you wait in line, you buy these shoes. We're keeping the box, and you're wearing them out of the store."
Mm-hmm. What if there wasn't a sign? What if you just found that out when you bought it?
I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed.
Because I think that's more of what it was.
I'd be pissed. I'd waited in line all this time.
Yeah.
And now you're telling me what to do.
I can't get
You
half
don't
of
set
the
me up.
shoe, in theory.
But I'm bad, dude. My girlfriend and I go back and forth on this, and now she knows. When I have an expectation that things are one way, and then they fucking flip last minute, I'm bad with that.
Yeah.
I'm not good at going.
You don't
with
know how
the
to
flow.
switch gears
No.
and fucking deal with that?
Once I have an expectation of this is the way things are gonna roll, and then shit stops rolling that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my personality. I'm like, my brain starts to be like, all right, what the fuck happened here? This is not what I was expecting. What the fuck's going on? I start getting agitated. I start getting annoyed. I start getting frustrated. I start fucking wanting to slap fools in the face. You know what I mean? Like, I know myself. That's how I get. When I expected things one way, which is life. And that's probably why I don't have kids. I'd probably be a terrible fucking dad. You know what I mean? Just because that's all life is with kids. You think things are going to go one way, everything's going to be good, and then the guy pukes on his shirt in the car. And you got to turn around. And you got to go home. Now he's late to school. Now you late to work. And you can't get mad at him because he's a little kid and he fucking throws up. You know what I mean? Like, what it is. Just, I don't know, bro.
So check this out. Here's the actual...
I'm on the fence.
All right. So JJ, I'll get to you here in a second. So think about that. Here's the actual quote for. So the Oneness owner goes by the name of Joe Staley, and he said in reference to Soulbox's Para Nike Air Max 1 released in July, "We are playing on this story. I think brands are trying to play with these stories nowadays. So this release specifically helps to back up the story. We're just trying to keep the culture alive and well."
Wait. Is Joe Staley the offensive lineman for the 49ers?
He is as well. He's double duty, I guess.
Is it really?
No,
Is that the same Joe
it's
Staley?
not the same guy. Same
all
name
right.
though.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I was
no,
just
it's
double
not the
checking. I was
same
like,
guy.
what the fuck? That sounds so familiar. Joe
But
Staley.
but he also says, hey, a lot of dudes are like, oh, I want my box, Staley said. But there are so many people who want to wear the shoes that can't get them. So this was pretty much the strategic part here to get more kids wearing them than flipping them. We want to thank everyone for their cooperation. JJ. What do you have to add as a young millennial pup who has the beat up tricolors yet again on today?
Oh my god!
Depressing.
Wow.
Oh my god!
I wish you would have been in line and got these fucking shoes without a box.
Tricolors. Start
me a
calling them the
break.
bicolors.
Give me a break. It's one thing to make you wear the shoes out. It's another to take the fucking box.
Yeah.
But like
Double
I could
duty.
see where they're coming from. That
Like I said, if it was known before that they were going to do that, I'm
Maybe a
fine
different
with
story.
it. But if you're going to, dude, the box is part of the shoe.
It is.
Not
to
only-
me, the collector, to me,
Right.
fuck yes it is.
how does this affect the hype of the shoe now? Like, does it go down or does it go up because there's no dead stock pairs?
I think it goes up because most of the pairs have been worn, but this was only one boutique. So,
or
if
just
you're
like in that area, essentially.
yeah,
but
so
like,
if you didn't get them anywhere else, I mean, I know the shoe right now, at least last night when I looked at it, was still in that $600 range.
so
okay.
did this shoe just drop or?
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh, it dropped yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. And it's not a global release yesterday, but it was, a big release yesterday.
Honestly, I don't have an opinion strong enough to shit on someone else's opinion. Whatever you think, hey,
Yeah.
I'm with you. If you're happy with it, if you're or not happy with it, if you're fine with it, I'm with you. Cool. I think if you like the idea, I'm with you. Cool. If you think it's terrible and you hate it because you paid for that and they're taking your fucking box, I get that too.
Right.
I'm with you. I'm with everyone. Whatever side you're on, I'm with you because I could see both sides and they're so fucking valid. Everyone is being logical here. I mean, logically, you should be able to get a full package of something you pay for.
I agree.
Especially if it's not. If it's not known up front.
Dog,
if
I'm
they
pissed if
give
I
you
don't
the expectation.
If I don't get my shoe inserts.
Oh,
if I don't
God.
get the fucking shoe inserts.
How many times this guy's
I'm
bitched
mad.
at me over
Dude,
inserts? He'll give me a pair of shoes to drop a review on, and then I forget to put the inserts back in the shoe. This guy is fucking.
I'm like, where's my
killing
fucking
me
inserts?
Later on, he's blowing up my phone. I don't answer. I got 4 missed calls. I got 4 text messages. Where the fuck's the inserts? I've been searching around. Did they fall out the box when you were bringing them over? Go
I'm
check
looking in
upstairs.
his attic. Where the fuck are my?
Yeah, this guy's back at my door.
Where's my inserts?
Knocking. Where's
Yeah.
the fucking insert? This guy's.
I'm the shitty neighbor all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a fucking neighbor.
Dude,
I just
he's
need my inserts.
sold multiple pairs of shoes lately and without inserts, and no one has bitched about
Yeah,
it.
no one's bitched.
Oh, I would. I would.
But you don't bitch here about the box?
Give me my fucking inserts.
What
No,
about the box?
that's my problem. I'm a collector. I need this fucking box.
But you said you were cool with
What
it.
if they gave you a different?
if I got the pairs of shoes, yeah. Let me tell you a little story here real quick, okay? I'm at the house right now, and I got one of those new pairs of Ultra Boost mids, right?
Okay.
From the homie who hooked me up. And got them, a month early, no
The
problem.
black pair you're talking about, right?
And my box, yeah, absolutely. And the woolly mammoths.
Yeah.
My box is fucked. It looks like one of those. It looks like one of those reps just fucking went and was doing power squats on my fucking box. Okay, like, are we powerlifting here in the back of the fucking store?
They're dropping it low and just crunching your box with their
Jeez.
butt.
Who was fucking twerking on my box in the back? I'm fucking pissed. So, and
Who's
I
working on my box?
it looks like shit. It's decimated, dog.
Yeah.
Okay, I still don't have the heart or audacity to throw that box away. I mean, it's
Even though you're wearing the
dog,
fuck
it's
out of
probably
the
got
shoes.
twerk stains on it. I still won't throw it away because that box is so important to me as a collector.
And see, there's a lot of people out there that are probably gonna be like, this guy's fucking retarded. Like, who cares about the box? You wear the
fucking love
shoes.
my
You don't wear the
box.
box. I know.
It's a part
so
of it.
That's why. But there's gonna be people like that, and there are
Yeah.
people that feel that way.
Sure.
I know that because I've seen YouTube comments on my videos where I'm like, man, this packaging is awesome. And
Yeah.
people are like, fuck the packaging. Why are you so obsessed with the packaging? I fucking hate you, and I hate the packaging.
And by the way, that's not Robin's voice that he was making
no,
fun
that
of.
was.
But go on.
That was
Yeah,
comments in the YouTube or YouTube in the whatever.
But what
I
if
don't
they
even know what I'm saying.
gave like? To be honest, I don't even know how I'd feel about if they did this. But what if they gave you a non-Nike shoe box?
I
They
wouldn't
just
take it.
gave you-
Fuck you. I
No,
don't
yeah.
want
I mean, you're
No,
giving me
you can
like
keep
they just
your
give you a little
dumbass box.
GR Jordan box or something.
Yeah. I've got plenty of those, dog. Fuck out of here. I don't want that
Yeah.
box. Great question, though.
But yeah, dude, I honestly, if you're against it, I support you. If you're with it, I support you. You know what I mean? Like, I see
Yeah.
both sides. I told you where I stand. Only reason I'd be mad is if I didn't know the expectation up front. That would piss me off because it would throw me for a little bit of a loop
Yeah.
on what I thought was happening.
Because you expected a certain thing, and that wasn't the
Just
case.
be straight with me, dog.
You've almost felt
in
lied
life,
to.
in motherfucking life, whether it's an employer, it's one of my best friends, it's my lady, it's my family. Just be straight with me. Just always fucking tell me what's gonna happen up front to the best of your fucking knowledge. I get that things might change and shit might not always go the way we thought it was gonna go. Stuff happens. I understand that, but don't bullshit me. If you know something is gonna go a certain way, let me know that as early as possible so I can mentally prepare for it. That's the kind of person I am. I want that directness. I want you to be open and honest and upfront 200% with me, because I will be the same way with you. And that's all I expect. That's all I expect out of my relationships, my friendships, my family, whoever. That's what I expect. And I would expect the same here. Just put up a fucking sign that says, if you buy the shoes here, just let you know you ain't getting the box. You know what I mean?
Right.
That might get a few motherfuckers out of line.
No,
too.
I agree.
They might just be like, all right, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
But you've got to let people know up front. You can't just spring it on them at the register after they waited in 7 hours or whatever, overnight or however long they waited. That's terrible. Where I want to finish on this really quick, I feel like a fucking idiot right now.
Uh-oh.
Because there's 2 pairs of these not for resales, right? The red joints and the maze.
Yeah, and the maze.
That's what they are, maze.
I know. Well, I was trying to make fun of a movie who always said maze.
Michigan's Blue and Maze.
No, that was Grown Ups. Did you ever watch the original Grown Ups movie? Adam Sandler, that crew?
Yeah, way back. I haven't seen it
They
for a
made
minute.
fun of Rob Schneider.
I only
Maze.
saw it one time.
Maze.
Don't
But
know
anyways,
it.
go on.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah,
Reference
watch.
3 people got. Sick. Anyway.
Not even JJ.
Do you get it, JJ?
No, but like I could see them doing it.
Yeah,
I wonder
JJ's too nice. He can't
I've
just say
seen
no and
the
shit on you. He's got to say,
grown-ups
no,
movies,
but I could see where could see that being a Rob Schneider type of line.
That almost sounds like Rob Schneider.
Yeah, anyways.
Yeah, like honestly though.
Good work.
All right.
All right, what do you got for me? No, you know what? Fuck what you're going to say here real quick. Check this out.
I knew this guy was on one today.
I'm a little pissed because,
Jesus.
hey, JJ, what about you? Are you a little pissed?
Fuck what you're going to say.
What's going on with the fucking trumpet dunks? Do you know anything about the trumpet dunks? Because I
yeah.
sure don't.
They're humidity dunks. Humidity dunks?
I
Is that
like
what you're
the
talking
trumpet dunks.
about? Are you talking about the humidity dunks?
They come in the trumpet case, right?
You're
you know
talking
that whole
about,
thing?
They don't come in the trumpet case. That was friends and family. We
That's
already
what
talked
you
about
exactly
that.
said. Yeah. What about the humidity dunks? Have you got an update, JJ?
No.
Where are they at?
Not
Do you know?
lately. I have no idea.
God, I don't either, man.
They're,
I wonder if our listeners know.
You do know where they're
Crazy.
at, and that's why you're asking.
I don't fucking know where they're
You're
at.
being a piece of shit right now. You know they're fucking back up high.
I just wanted
you know
you to
they're
update
sitting at
us.
230 in my size. I was trying to buy them at 150. They were down to 185 at the lowest. Now the bitches are back up to 230. I'm a little bit fucking frustrated, and I know you just wanted me to talk about it because you know I'm frustrated because the price went back the fuck up, and now I haven't bought a pair yet.
I think you need to come up 50, and 200 is where you need to be, and I think maybe you can get them. 150? You ain't getting them at 150.
Highest bid right now in a size 12 is 170.
Yep,
on
they're
the
not getting
humidity
them
dunks.
either. Put your bid in at 200. I bet it gets accepted within 4 days. Okay, what do you have? Okay,
I'll decide.
thanks for the update. But
and
what do
you
you
know
got?
what also went up
What
in
went up?
price? The Gore-Tex hoodie.
Dude, that
It's
ends on Monday. Or the next podcast we do,
it's-
that's going to be what the price is on the next podcast. Where are we at on that hoodie? Where are we at on that Gore-Tex jacket, by the way?
$575.
got a bet.
$575?
If you're new to the podcast, we got a bet that's
Plus or minus 500, correct?
Almost fucking $600.
Gore-Tex.
I can't
What
believe.
jacket? We're talking about the one with the flower print, right?
Yeah, and it has Supreme on one side, Gore-Tex on the
And
other.
it's a large.
Yep.
Yep.
Fuck. A medium's $495 and a large is $575. I need someone to fucking buy this shit by the next podcast,
At
please.
$4.99 or less.
Someone fucking. someone.
$4.99.99
What was that bet?
or
Was that
less.
for $5 or $20?
I think it was just 5.
I think
Oh,
it's
thank
5.
God. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I lost 20 on that fucking thing. We'll see where it's
Yeah.
at. Wherever it's at on the
Monday.
next podcast, we're rolling.
Hopefully-
No, it's not Monday because I'm at the funeral.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be Thursday.
All right.
So at the next
We'll check in with
podcast,
that.
yeah, we'll check in on it.
Okay, what were you going to say about the Jordan
All I
one?
need
Sorry,
is a
before
miracle.
I just needed a humidity dunk update.
The Jordans, yeah, to wrap up the not
The
for resale
Maze.
combo. I do feel like kind of an idiot because I saw the red ones, which were cheaper, and I saw the Maze ones.
Yeah.
I
like
read
the Maze ones
I read
better.
a ton of. I like the Maze ones better for sure.
Am I wrong?
No, I like them
okay,
better.
cool.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I like the Maze, yeah.
So what I was reading is there's 4,000 pairs. I don't know what there are in the red. I
Okay.
read there's only 4,000 on the Maze. The reason I was like bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, there's no fucking way because I've never seen a shoe that had 4,000 pairs that everyone fucking had. The whole internet already had this shit. I've never seen a shoe that was limited to 4,000 pairs that everyone already had. So I was like, bullshit. It ain't that fucking. It ain't that limited. So I look on StockX right after I read that article, and see there's 4,000 pairs, and I look on StockX and I see that the shoe is going for $695, $692. The Maze pair, size 12. Could have bought them for $692 the other day. Thought about it. Was like, damn,
Really?
maybe I should pop on these. I think these might go up. If there's only 4,000 pairs, if this shit is true. But then in my mind, I second fucking guess that article because I'm like, everybody has them. How could there only be 4,000 pairs?
Who's everybody? Like everybody on YouTube?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Every sneaker YouTuber's already fucking, any hype sneaker YouTuber's already got a pair.
Seth did his. Yeah,
I
you're
see
right.
motherfuckers on IG with pairs. So I'm like, there's no way there's 4,000. This is going to be, it's not GR.
No.
But it's not, there's no way it's 4,000.
Right.
So I'm like, $695, that's just going to drop under 5. I'll scoop him then. I was like, I'll be willing to pay high 4s for him. I look 2 days later, $800-900 in the maze. Now I look today, over 1,000 in a size 12. And in addition to that, someone has a bid in for 910. So I could have fucking bought the shoe the other day for $692, whatever it was.
Made a quick 3.
Made a quick 300. Just, and I, dude, I'm almost so frustrated. I'm about to lose it here. So because of my second guessing myself, and just because of what I saw on the internet, I made that perception my reality. Whether it is or it isn't. I just assumed that I'm fucking smarter than the market. I know what's going on. And I just got slapped in the face with a dick. You don't know shit, Thomas the Franchise. You fucking just lost 300. Sit in the corner, you little bitch.
Yeah.
You don't fucking know shit. You're in the sneaker game. You ain't in the fucking game.
True.
You could have just made 300 easy. Not only that, I went to call you to ask what your perception on it was. Never even got a call back that day. Fuck, 5 hours later, that day, never even got a call back. The time god all of a sudden has no fucking time.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, let me see what Dallas thinks.
Could have helped you on that, maybe.
Yeah. What would you, do you have any feelings on that situation? Did you see something similar? Did you see him at that price and now you're shocked they're high? Did you always think it was going to be that high? Where do you come in on this?
Yeah, I was focused more on the reds just because I thought that might be more easily acquired in the state that I'm in. All right, I didn't think I could get the yellows as easy. So yes, I did know the hype was more. I like the yellows more, or the maize, let's call it. But yeah, I thought about buying those right around the $700 range. It was like 3 days ago, and I passed as well. So I just didn't want them that much. And if I would have had to wait, 2-3 weeks to get them and then try to resell them or whatever, I'm just not a big reseller, so I would have kept them anyways. But yeah, I could have put you on a little bit of game on those specifically, even though the reds are what I've been.
You would have told me to pay $695 for them?
Absolutely.
You just knew.
Yeah, because I told you mine was
Don't answer the
700.
phone, though, huh, you
Mine was 700 was my threshold on those.
1,075 right now is the fucking price on a 12, and 900 is the highest bid.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So
why didn't you do it? If you fucking were so up on the game, Dallas, you fuck.
Because I just bought 4
God,
pairs.
I'm so mad.
Because I just bought 4 pairs of
right
shoes.
now.
I just bought 4.
Scream. Fucking scream in this glass house.
Yeah.
This glass room. If I don't want to upset the clientele and the artists around here.
I just
God,
bought,
I'm so mad at myself.
You know what? Because I just bought 4 pairs of shoes. I'm supplying us with the shoes to talk about here at the podcast. I've been buying all the shoes.
So you didn't want to
shoes.
hit me and be like, hey, Thomas, you might want to fucking jump on this opportunity. It's a nice investment opportunity where you can make a quick 3. I've been buying too many shoes. I don't want to make 3. So you did that, Dallas?
I was too busy.
Get
Sorry.
the fuck out of here.
Sorry, man.
You didn't. Why didn't you make 3 is my question. If you knew, why didn't you make 3? I'm admitting I didn't fucking know, and now I look like an idiot. Why didn't you make 3?
Because mine wouldn't have been 3. I was going to buy mine at 7.
What do you mean?
So
I was buying mine at 692.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So,
Where are you going here? You're backing yourself into a corner and you're eating your own dick is what it sounds like. Because you don't have an excuse for it either.
I didn't want to buy them.
You missed out and you shit the bed too.
I didn't want to buy them. I didn't
want to make...
I didn't want to make $300, I guess.
So
that's what it comes down to. Yeah.
Okay, so you're admitting you didn't want to...
I didn't want to make $300. I didn't want to put in the fucking work on that shoe.
How terrible does this sound right now?
I didn't want to put in the work on the shoe.
Let me know how many listeners...
You buy it, then you put it back up.
No, I've been buying shit that I want to fucking wear. Thanks. Let's move on.
But the thing is, look at it this way. You could have used that money to buy what you want.
I'm not a reseller, JJ. Get out of here.
Wow. This just took a turn down Elm Street here. This just went badly. I'm yelling at Dallas. Dallas is now mad because he didn't make 300. He's in the same boat as me. Tried to say he knew what was going on, but let's be real. Didn't know what was going on because didn't call me back and didn't make 300 his damn self.
That's true.
So so we're even on there. We both took the fucking L. These shits are over 1,000 right now. We don't need it. We don't have the shoe to review. We don't have the shoe to make any money on. We don't have anything. We just
got a fucking picture.
We got no food. We got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off.
Nice.
God damn it. That's what I feel like.
JJ, you at least got that reference.
That's what I feel like right now. God damn it.
Pets' heads are falling off.
Fuck, man. I'm so mad at myself, dude. I've been mad at listen, I know I'm critical and I'm hard on people, but I'm equally hard on myself. I'm so disappointed with myself. Anyway, let's move on from that convo before I start rotisserie myself. I'll add Dallas
watching
when
John
he smokes
Taffer.
weed.
Yeah, I feel like you're John Taffer fucking yelling at me, man. I'm going to have to go rotisserie myself in the fucking corner. Okay.
Do you have any more anything more?
And then
on
Robin's
sneakers?
gonna be like, "Babe, what's wrong?"
Oh, there you go. The voices.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
Hey,
Do you have anything more on sneakers
just
before we
trying to
move
live.
on?
No, man, I'm fucking done with sneakers.
All right,
man.
let's go to the comments, YouTube comments from the last video. Let's jump into these really quick. I think the content this week is a lot, man. I get it. I think some of you were late getting to the podcast, so there's not as many comments as usual because we're dropping 3 fucking podcasts this week. So let's see. You take the bread and then bin it. Too much. That's from Ro. So basically, he's referring back to when I was talking about the neighbors offering me bread.
Oh yeah.
He said you take that bread and you just toss it away. He's
Fair
saying
enough.
so you shouldn't have been a fucking dick and said, no, we don't need
Like
bread.
I told you, it's a nice gesture. That type of.
So you take the night. So this is what you do. Instead of being direct, you be fake. You be inauthentic. You say thank you for the fucking bread, and then you throw it away and
then you
waste
toss
it.
it.
Yeah, thanks, Ro. Nice job. No, that's not. That's
Or
not who.
you just take it and just give it to a homeless guy who
Ro,
needs
you're
it.
not. You're nicer than I am. You're just a nicer guy than I am. I'm not that fucking nice. Because if I would have been that nice, then I'm also being wasteful. So is that really nice?
That's why you just give it to a homeless dude or something who actually needs
So
it.
now I have to put the burden on my shoulders.
Oh.
I have to take the bread that I didn't want initially, and I got to go hit the streets.
No.
You're kidding me. I'm out in these streets now offering it to homeless.
There's literally a dude right over there.
Yeah, over here downtown, JJ, not by my house where I live. I live 20 minutes from downtown. So I need to jump in the whip, drive 20, and start handing out bread
No.
because I
We
answered the
literally have
door.
a dude
because
right
I
next
answered
to
the
our
door.
fucking shop, man.
Yeah.
You could have just brought it to work one
Yeah,
day.
just bring it to work. There's a homeless guy that sits out in front of Certified in a tent.
Valid.
You should give
I'm not
it to
going
him.
to kill you on that. Valid. I get it.
Yeah.
Good, valid. But at the same time, I'm standing at the door. I didn't think all this through when I opened the. I didn't know
Plus
this
he
was
was
going to
Yeah,
happen.
shit.
plus he was high.
Plus, I had just smoked
Yeah.
weed.
Yeah.
I had just
Yeah,
fucking.
I'll give you that.
I just lit up. All right.
Thanks, Ro.
Ro, I love you. This guy always comments on the podcast. He's a good dude. Let's see. I might have only one 4.0 Ultra Boost as I can't stand the pattern. I think a lot of people feel that way about 4.0s.
Yeah.
I think that partly takes. That could take a little bit of the blame for Adidas's downfall a little bit lately. Ultra Boost was a big part of their success, and I think them flooding the market and then the 4.0 pattern.
Well, and that
be a
kind of
reason
happened
there.
each series, right? The 1.0 they loved, right? The OG. The 2.0, that gradient was a little weird, right? And then the 3.0, aka the stretch marks, and now the 4.0. Yeah, I don't think people like the patterns as much. So good. Yes, go
Okay,
on.
so then he finishes. Let me see. Damn it! I just lost the. Oh, there it is. But I'm 100% copying the Texas A&M pair that's dropping soon. Are y'all fucking with that pair? Any thoughts on how disappointing the undefeated Ultra Boost looks? I know Boost hype is dead in quotations, but we can get a little more effort than what we got put into those. I think that's kind of what we've been talking about. I think we all are expecting, especially for the price points Adidas throwing these sneakers at, we're all expecting a little bit more quality, a little bit cooler patterns, a little bit nicer presentation, a little bit cooler box, a little bit cooler collabs. This is all the stuff we've all been screaming for the past few months, especially because we see things kind of on the downside, and it doesn't look like things are getting better on the horizon. I don't even know what the Texas A&M 4.0s look like. Do you, Dallas? Have you even seen that pair?
yeah.
I know the 2.0, the OG ones.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen those, and then also another pair
They were
was
just all white with a maroon heel cup.
Yeah,
I
another
didn't feel like
pair.
they were anything special.
Another pair they're doing are the Miami, right? I think they're doing the Miami 4.0s, so the kind of PE. The
Do they
player
look
edition.
like the 2.0s? I haven't seen those either.
I'd have to just show it to you. But let me speak on the undefeated Ultra Boost real
Okay.
quick because that was a part of the question, right?
Yep.
That shoe is god
know that
awful.
shoe, yep.
I do not like that shoe. That shoe
Is that the
not-
one Teddy was talking about yesterday when he said all I've been wearing is those undefeated Ultra Boosts because they're so
No.
comfortable with the neoprene? He's wearing the other pair,
Yeah,
right?
he's talking about this pair
That's what
in
I thought.
white.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
So I don't like this pair, and I love gray. I love black. It's a very neutral shoe, but something about that pattern in there that looks like, I don't know, wavy lines. I just can't get into
Yeah,
it,
I'm
man.
not fucking with it either.
It just does not look appealing to me, but it does, however, look like it's got a lot of 1.0 tendencies to it. So it's got the mesh above the heel cup, and it's got that neoprene tongue that a lot of the 1.0s were doing. So I think there are some cool parts to that shoe, but man, that shoe, I would wait till that shoe is under retail for sure.
For sure.
For sure. That shoe is dog poo.
Did you see the Texas A&M 4.0s he's talking about?
I haven't seen the Texas ones, but I saw the Miami.
Show me those, and I'm going to show you the Texas ones.
Okay.
They're not called Texas A&M, so that's why I didn't really recognize them as that. They're called the Scarlet.
Okay.
4.0 Scarlet. I believe that's what I saw on Sneaker News a day ago, but Dude, super sick.
All right. Here's the Miami 4.0.
Okay, let me see.
And it is called the Miami Hurricanes, supposedly on here.
Fuck, I love those, but I hate the green.
But that's a crazy.
Why
cool
are they doing
looking
that
shoe.
green?
Why don't they have
That's
orange?
That's kind of how they did in the 1.0.
No,
but
it's a darker green.
It is a
it's
darker.
more Miami. That is like that's like a slime green. That's like I went on Nickelodeon
Dog,
and got fucking
you know what it reminds me of?
double dared.
Look at the green really
Look
close.
at the one right below it. How much better does that look?
Oh, way better, way better. You know what this reminds me of? Look at the green pattern. Reminds me of the Matrix, dog. It's that
Dude.
same color green coming
Hate it.
down with that 4.0, how it comes lengthwise.
Why didn't they sprinkle fucking orange into that prime knit instead of
know.
that green? If that would have been,
That
that's what makes
1.0
the 1.0.
Is so
They need more
fire.
Gatorade look, man.
Yeah, this is the Gatorade Matrix version.
Dude,
I think is what
Adidas
they call that.
continues to fucking take good ideas and
Yep.
butcher the shit out of them. Just, dude,
Yep.
great idea to bring back a Miami colorway because I think that's one of the most sought after fucking Ultra
Yeah.
Boost there is.
Yeah.
Great idea to bring back that colorway. Terrible idea to do it with that shit slime green, Matrix green.
Matrix green.
Also, with no orange in the fucking prime knit.
And the laces are lighter.
laces are the
green.
slime
the
green.
Fucking green is
Fucking
worse.
Slimer. It's fucking slime time with those joints. Bad. Very
So,
bad.
guys,
Yeah.
how bad could we fuck this up?
Yeah,
Right.
let me see the Texas one.
Yeah, the Scarlets, pretty fucking sick, dude.
I have seen those actually.
Pretty dope.
I do like those.
Especially if you're an A&M fan, if you're an
Yeah.
Aggie, if you're Johnny Manziel, you got to have those.
Yeah, you would.
You know, you
The
got
white
to
have a logo
outsole.
on it?
I just wouldn't wear
What's
them.
that?
Do they have the
No, they're not called Texas A&M officially.
Oh,
He
they're
called
just
them that
like-
because they're like a Texas A&M colorway,
Yeah.
white and maroon. That's Texas
Scarlet.
A&M shit. So,
I don't like them. Not for me, man.
huh?
I like them, but I don't like them enough to buy them. Not for me.
What about Von Miller?
He
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
You think he's got them?
Yeah.
30
He's an
pairs.
Adidas athlete too,
Oh
right?
yeah. They already sent him 6 pairs.
You think so?
He's already sponsored. Yeah, he's good.
You think he rocks them, or you think
Yeah.
he just was like, it's a little too GR for me?
He has
bro.
those and his Old Spice next to his bed. When he rolls out, he's good to go.
All right, next question. We need those loser juice shirts. I've had a lot of people want the loser juice, man. They want the loser juice shirts. I'm getting with I just hit up the homie Scruff God.
Yep.
He works with Ted. I've been meaning to hit up Scruff for a hot minute because I love the work that he does and his logos and shit. He's I just hit him up to make some shit for our podcast. So I'm gonna hopefully be working with him a little bit more. Maybe I can get him to create some loser juice shit for us too, man. We'll see. I'm trying to work with. If you do graphic designs, hit me up, man. I don't design shit. I just know what I like. I know what looks good. I'm the, how do I say it? I'm like the facilitator. I'm the head guy. I'm the salesman. I'm the model. I'm just the guy in front of the camera that's like, hey, this shit
The
looks
hype
fucking
man.
fire. You know what I mean? Yeah, the hype man. Exactly. What I do for here for Certified. Like, that's just me. I'm bad at drawing. I'm bad at designing. I'm not good with that shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Same.
just not not my skill set. I'd rather hire someone and put someone in a position to make dope designs. Now I do have an eye though. I know what I like. I know what looks good. I know what doesn't look good.
Sure.
And so I tell JJ that all the time. I mean, he came to me with some shit that I didn't like the fucking font. I was like, everything looks good, but got to change that font. I don't like the way it looks. It just doesn't pop to me. It doesn't whatever. We made a couple changes, and you got to admit, it probably looks 100% better than it did, right?
Hell of luck.
Yeah. Just so some people, it's not always, there's a lot of coaches that can't go out there and fucking catch a punt, but he can tell you what you need to do to make sure you secure
catch
that
that
punt.
punt.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of coaches that like that. I feel like I'm more in that role.
Yeah.
I'm more like, I can tell you what looks good, but I don't know how to make it look good. I don't know how to
Same.
fucking,
I can sell
Yeah.
the vision. I can sell the game plan, but you know.
Damn, this is a long one here. Andrew, with the book here. From what I saw, the YouTubers that went to Complex Con were able to score some pretty cool shoes. I know the sneakers and stuff had a secret app you could access and buy crazy shoes.
Yep.
The original 10 Off-White, Jordans, Human Race, etc. for retail. I know Hess Kicks and Seth were able to cop on the app. I mean, other than that, I thought Complex Con looks pretty lame this year, in my opinion. Looking forward to the CDG/Supreme Air Force that's dropping
which
this
dropped
week.
today.
Which dropped today, yep.
This morning. Yep.
I think they look fire. Also to address my comment in the last podcast about the zebra raffle at Park Meadows, I do own a few pair of Yeezys already, blue tints and butters, but I always thought the zebras were one of the best colorways. Anyway, another great podcast. Thank you guys for working hard to make this content. Thank you for fucking getting involved in the conversation, man. I appreciate you. We'll try to run that down. I totally agree with you. These zebras are one of the best, if not the best colorway.
They're in my top 3.
I have a pair now. I'm trying to get 2 more pairs on this release so I can have a triple up.
Nice.
Because you just can't ever go wrong with that shoe.
Yeah.
You can't fucking go
When
wrong.
are the Zebras dropping?
I haven't seen an official date
Yeah,
on them
and
yet.
not
Because
an
I
official
thought they
date.
were supposed to drop together.
No, they're not. They're
No,
not.
I never saw that either.
Those are going to be closer to probably
Christmas.
like Christmas.
That's what I thought.
I think next month for sure you might see those.
Yeah, I think Sesames are Black Friday?
Sesames are Black Friday for sure.
Statics?
Statics, I think closer to
Why don't you go tune into the Boost News Network?
Yeah, because
BNN.
I kept seeing like late December or something like that, but.
Yeah, you better watch BNN. JJ,
you better watch BNN.
Yeah.
Just check out BNN. See Dirty Aaron at the fucking news desk. See Teddy up in the helicopter.
Up in the heli coming in.
You'll be laughing your fucking ass off.
Saw that.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Dude,
Fire?
I was laughing so fucking hard. Those guys crack me up, bro. Oh my God. I love it. Just take shit for what it's worth, man. You guys don't have to be critical about everything. Just enjoy. If you can't just enjoy shit and just find shit that's funny, be funny.
And I agree with Andrew. Complex Con, kind of a joke. Just massive lines. Yes, they gave away grails. Yes, they did some cool raffles. And yes, they did some things on the sneak. I heard that actually SNS, there was a guy with a laptop sitting in the field of that event center, just sitting by himself in a laptop, and if you came up to him, he sent you a secret email link where you could go buy fucking shoes at retail. Yeah,
that's
super hype
tight.
shoes. So there was cool shit like that happened, but you could also pay $40 for a fucking hamburger.
No shit.
Yeah, man. Did you hear about them hype hamburgers?
Yeah, but they were. I saw them. They look fucking delicious, man. Like
really?
Holy shit.
Yeah, they had like truffles and shit on them.
Flag.
And then they had that. I don't even know the artist, man. That was super hype there. That does like the flower pillows and shit. You know you know what I'm talking about?
Takashi.
Is that what his name is?
Yeah.
So they had
I have
that.
no idea what you're
they
talking
had
about.
that imprinted
like
on the buns,
Asian
dog.
dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's pretty tight.
They had that logo imprinted on the buns.
He's like an Asian dude. What?
He's the Asian dude with like the giant flowers. He just did a collab with Off-Whites.
Oh yeah. I saw. Yep. Okay.
He's always wearing like the craziest clothes.
Giant ass like round hat and everything like that. And just
so you could get you
doing the most.
Get you a $40 hamburger. But what's the next comment?
Let's see here. Do we hit on everything from there? I'm kind of with you. I just thought, Complex Con was just cool, whatever.
Massive line.
No, did you see the kid that won a pair of the shoes? You see the video of him walking out like tiptoeing so he wouldn't like crease or he was like literally. Oh, it was funny.
He was
like this.
duck walking.
He was like this, walking out of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
If you're not watching YouTube, you can't see the movement I'm doing, but it wasn't good. Blackout Wednesday. I don't even know what that means. I'm trying to remember what that could be referring to. Someone commented Blackout Wednesday. Shit, I forgot. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
If you guys this guy's got he's got a little kind of a two-parter here. What do you guys think of using Affirm through apps like Goat or StockX? The Affirm app is where it lets you make payments on an item per month instead of dishing out all the money up front. Not sure if you guys have used it before, but just curious if it's worth it for someone who can't pay the full amount up front for a certain item. I'm not familiar enough. Are you?
I know of Affirm, but
do they charge interest?
I would watch the interest. I think the interest is pretty high. So yes, I think they charge interest, and I think
is it delayed?
The interest rates are.
I'm pretty sure it's like a car loan, man.
What's up?
I'm pretty sure it's like a car loan.
What do you mean?
Like you put your down payment in and everything, and then you have like a certain time to pay it. But like Dallas said, over time it earns interest.
Is it automatic? Like, is it Is the interest start from day one, I guess is my thing. So I have, for example, I have a Best Buy credit card, right? I've had a Best Buy credit card since college. I used it to buy my very first fucking computer that I used for college. And that was my first experience with credit or credit cards or anything. I was able to get a Best Buy card. I still have that card today. That card's got a $5,000 limit on it. But anything I buy on that card that is over $1,000, they give me 2 years, 24 months, no interest free to pay off, which is dope. So every time I go buy a new iPad, I go buy a new MacBook, I go buy a new whatever. If it's a TV, when my house burned down, I went and got a new TV. I just do that shit on the Best Buy card. The TV, I got a pretty nice one. It was a newer joint. It was about $1,600 total with the TV and some plugs and taxes and everything. So now I have 24 months to pay off that. I'm cool. I just throw $100 a month at it. I know it's going to be paid off before the time that the interest would kick in. So everything's great for me. If this is not that scenario, I never put stuff on payments that I'm going to be paying interest on. I don't personally. If there's interest involved, I don't fucking do it. Other than we talked about leasing cars and all that shit.
At the end of the day, you're going to be paying more than the reseller was selling it for. So it's like you just get screwed.
Well, depending on what you're doing. So I don't know enough about Affirm as far as interest or if they do charge interest or don't. If they do, I wouldn't do it.
To be honest,
you're going to be paying too much.
The only way I would want to do this is if you found a way to fucking resell the shoe and like make back what you had to pay plus some.
Yeah.
So you could just immediately pay it off and wouldn't get screwed.
But that's tough because a lot of those shoes are already at high prices. You know what I mean? They're already resale.
So with the firm, it looks like you do still have to actually be approved because it is a loan. It is a loan that you are taking with them. You have to spend minimum $150 or more to be able to finance a loan through a firm. You can buy and receive, or you can buy and purchase now and pay it over 6 months, 12 months, or 18 months. This allows you to split up the price and purchase into the fixed amounts of payment that fits your budget. Now, so there is interest, there is APR. They are running your social, to get approved for this loan. So it is a little bit bigger, but rates range from 0 to 30% APR, dog. So I assume a lot of that is divvied out based off of your approval. But if you're talking 0 to 30%, 30% is max out. If your credit sucks and, you're maybe new to this, I'd watch out.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to pay that much interest.
That's what I'm saying. If it's interest involved, anything that's not a huge purchase, like a house, a car, whatever, that where interest is pretty much unavoidable.
Yeah.
I would not pay interest on any smaller purchase. I would never pay interest on a TV. Yeah. I wouldn't pay interest on a couch. I wouldn't pay interest on sneakers. No. I wouldn't pay interest on anything that I don't have to. Now, I can't go fork out $150,000 just saved up from the bank to buy a place. So unfortunately, that's just the nature of the beast. You're going to end up paying property taxes on it. You're going to end up paying interest on your place. That's just what it is. But as far as small purchases, no.
But that's a fucking house.
No. Yeah, I avoid doing interest.
And my advice to this individual, what was his name?
Mark,
if you're not trying to build this big shoe collection and try to turn it into something in terms of like maybe a YouTube or doing it for content where you can try to reap some money in alternative ways, I would maybe stick away. I would stand down from doing loans if you can. My advice is maybe buy shoes at small prices and try to flip those shoes to try to get the money that you can for the shoes that you really want. I'd maybe try that first.
I just come from a place of experience.
I don't want loans.
When I first started out getting credit cards in college and stuff, I was an idiot. I was buying shit. I'd be at fucking Ross buying Rockaware shirts and fucking, all this bullshit. And then I ended up spending, I thought I got a good deal on the shirt, $20. By the time interest came out, I ended up paying double for the thing. I probably paid $40 for the shirt and $60 for a $20 pair of jeans. Like, you just end up paying more for the same, for the shit that, if you just paid for it up front, there'd be no interest. So it's just stupid, in my opinion, to throw that money away.
Yeah. And if you can't afford the shoes now, shoes aren't a necessity. They are to walk, but these high-end shoes that we're typically buying that you would need a loan for, it's not worth it, man. Buy something that makes you money or that you can make money later. Build equity is my advice. But, do what you like.
He also had one more question. If you guys had to choose either Nike or Adidas for the rest of your life, but no boost and no air, only basic models like Campuses or like Flyknit Racers, what would you choose?
Basic models, which means you're not playing in comfort on either one. In my opinion.
Mark, that's too crazy for me, dog.
Yeah,
I can't. That's just too much hypothetical. I love the shit out of you, bro, but I can't. That's too much. That's too much. Too many ifs and ands. I mean,
that's a lot.
If I had no heat and I only had to live by starting a fire, how would I start? Come on.
Okay. If I had to go with some basic ones, I'll throw a couple models out there that I would do, and I'd probably stick with.
No boost or no air.
I would probably do.
Basic models. So he's not even include like Flyknit Racers. Yeah. I fucking hate that shoe. Campus, I hate that.
And that's not a basic model. The Flyknit Racers is still a pricier model. So yeah, I mean, I'd probably do a Flyknit Racer. I'd probably have a Presto, and I'd probably have a Monarch.
Yeah.
I'd do those three.
I had to stay away from that.
So I would do the
I'm
Nike.
sorry.
Yeah. There's your answer. Franchise ain't trying to answer that shit.
One camera down. I think it's the one that was on me.
Thanks for the question, though.
Doesn't matter. All right. So, hey, guys, just wanted to say I love watching these. Great content, although being English, I have no idea what you're talking about with American sports. Mainly here for the other content. Can't see many improvements, however. Maybe putting the pics and the subject in the space from the table where you can view it on the wall cam. Does that make sense? No, it really doesn't, but it's okay. I love you. Over there in England, I feel you.
That's maybe how they do. Maybe that's how them British do,
So you can see the pic of the shoes between the logos and the two little cams. If not, maybe a sponsor or the T-shirts and the branding purposes. All the best. Gary from Cornwall, England. Gary, I'm trying to come across the pond and kick it, bro. Take me to some fucking cool spots. Take me to some sneaker boutiques.
Let's go fucking see some soccer.
Let's talk about that, Gare Bear. How about that? What?
Let's go see some soccer, eh?
You've been over there.
Yeah.
You know what's up.
Been done had it. It's cool over there, man. I love the UK, man. Shout out to the UK.
That's what I hear. Oh, Johnny Boost is back, man. TTF, this is one problem with communicating through text/comments. Things can come off sounding angry or berating. I'm just breaking balls, which I figured. I mean, It's all in fun. And it is. It's until we get a radio show where we can have a callers call in and get real-time feedback, and we can talk to each other and hear each other's voices.
None of us are mad here.
No one's mad. It's just going to be hard to take shit out of context. You know what I mean? Like,
is this the guy with the Kansas City shit?
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
It's all in good fun. And Dow Pal, when I say be a shark, I'm talking in general. Don't take any BS. The moment you step onto a car lot, you dictate what happens.
Oh,
if you
trust
buy a
me.
car, because what's up?
I was gonna say, fucking trust me, man. I run a corporate T-Mobile store. I ain't taking no bullshit. Trust me, man. That is life. Shark life.
He also said we should definitely make the shirts, the Loser Juice shirts. I think we gotta get that cracking.
Cool.
TTF, to be fair, making the playoffs in the NFL is not an easy feat, let alone making it on a consistent basis. Teams can go from the Super Bowl, like the Panthers in 2015, to sitting at being 6-10 and missing the playoffs. Totally agree.
Dog, if your division sucks, sometimes it is easy to make the playoffs. That's the truth.
I agree with you, but at the same time, that's what gets coaches fired. Unless you're fucking Marvin Lewis, because the Bengals have no backbone. He can just stay there for 14 losing seasons. No big deal.
Shit.
But most of the time, if you make the playoffs consistently, after a certain amount of time, it becomes not good enough. Look at George Karl. Guy made the playoffs every year Melo was here. Almost fucking 10 years straight of making the playoffs when the Nuggets were booming in the early 2000s.
Almost overdosed on mints and cough drops.
He got fired because he just made the playoffs. That's all he did. We lost in the first round all the time, or we lost in the second round, or we made one Western Conference Finals and lost that to the Lakers. And that was when Chauncey came over with Melo and Chauncey, and we were really clicking. It just happens in sports, man. You cannot consistently make the playoffs every year and keep losing and not expect something to change. If it doesn't change, then the fan base isn't clamoring for it to change, then they're fine with mediocrity.
Yeah.
But unless you're winning fucking Super Bowls, you're behind the rest. You're behind everyone else. Unless you're making AFC championships, NFC championships, and Super Bowls, it's cool to make the playoffs 5 years in a row. But if you're winning 1 out of 5, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
We're still not accomplishing the ultimate goal. I get that it's not easy to win in the NFL each week. I get that it's not easy to make the playoffs. But you still get stymied in a position of mediocrity.
Yeah.
You just get stuck there. Who wants that? That's my point. You know what I mean?
And that's Marvin Lewis.
That's why they don't have
sure.
Alex Smith. You know what I mean? They knew they had to make a change. He was the guy that could get him to the playoffs consistently, but he couldn't get him over the hump.
Correct.
Is Pat Mahomes going to be the guy? It looks like it.
Maybe.
But we got to wait. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. We got to wait. I'm not ready to anoint these motherfuckers Super Bowl champions. You guys can. If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Yeah.
As Denny Green once said.
They are who we thought they were.
R.I.P. to Denny Green. But nonetheless, man, yeah, I mean, I'm not ready to crown them yet.
You'll look like an idiot by doing that if they lose.
Huh?
You'll look like an
right.
idiot.
Yeah. And they've shown that they're beatable.
All you can go is
their defense is vulnerable.
All you can go by is
they're
history
good.
as well.
The Broncos haven't done a whole lot, but they have been able to keep them from scoring that high.
Right.
JJ, we just fucking won a Super Bowl a couple years back.
Yeah.
So
I realize
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not off the rails on the Broncos. I'm content. You know what I mean?
I'm not with Vance Joseph. What are we still doing with that guy? He's still at the helm so far.
I think let's get into that later. Okay. Let's get into that with NFL. Let's move along here. I don't think. This is what we talked about here. I don't think watching sports is popular with today's younger generation, even those who play sports. If this is true, could there be a future where the lack of ticket sales and viewership force leagues to end?
I think it's a great question.
I think it's a great question, and I thought about it quite a bit. I think it's all relative to where we are. I think in certain cities, especially like Denver, it's a lot more suburban, soccer moms. It's a lot more, there's not as much poverty. There's not as much low income as in other cities around the country. And this forces parents to be able to, have the luxury to say, let's put our kid in soccer. Let's put our kid in hockey. We can pay a little bit more money. Mm-hmm. Football doesn't cost shit. Basketball doesn't really cost shit. I mean, I guess basketball, you got to buy cleats and shit like that. But for the most part, they provide the equipment. Soccer especially, you know what I mean? That's why soccer is the most popular sport in the world. It's played in every impoverished country. You need a ball. You don't even need professional shoes or cleats.
Football's pretty expensive.
You don't need shoes at all.
Yeah, I think football's pretty expensive now.
Fucking hockey.
Middle school and high school.
Hockey's expensive.
Yeah,
Football, you don't have to buy the gear. Hockey, you got to buy the gear.
Dude,
football, you just go in and rent
$100 on a fucking piece of wood.
How much?
$100
on a
stick.
stick?
And that was a low end stick.
Right. So I don't think I think you're still going to be thrust in situations where they're just lower income families that their kids want to play sports football's still going to be there for them. The parents just aren't as concerned about the CTE issues. They aren't as concerned about the concussion issues. And also, it's ingrained in their culture. You go down to Texas, you go down to the South, SEC country, football is life. They're not stopping playing football. Head injury, what head injury? Yeah. CTE, what the fuck is CTE? They don't give a fuck down there, dude. They're playing regardless. So I think, I don't know where you're located, Danny, but I think in separate areas of the country where you have more options, then yeah, maybe football takes a little bit of a drop, or certain sports take a little bit of a drop. But I don't think necessarily that's the end all be all, just because we see the concussion issues and things like that. These kids and these parents of these kids, as sad as it is, they look at football as a way out, as a way to bring their family out, get their family out of a impoverished area or whatever. You know what I mean? As sad as that may sound, or as fortunate as that may sound, they look at that as a meal ticket in a way. And they're not, a head injury, anything else. It's like using a credit card. We want it now. We want to do it now. Fuck what the repercussions are later. Fuck the debt we racked up later. Fuck the brain injuries we racked up later. We need this now. We need him to make it. You know what I mean? And so you get pushed in that situation. And I'm not saying that's every family, but there are a lot of families that are not looking at their son as a meal ticket, but they just love football. That's what they grew up on. CTE is not a huge concern to them, and their kids want to play. They want them to play. You ever watch some of those reality shows, the Little Tykes ones, or any of the little football,
like the pageant ones and stuff like that? Yeah, Football
Life, that kind of shit, dude. They're not giving up on football at all. Like, I know, it's interesting to think about, but I think we're very far from that.
Yeah. I mean, and to play devil's advocate, not really argue the point, but I think, our generation, our younger generation has and continues to evolve and change, and maybe not in the way that is optimal for sports, but I think this connectivity, this, you have Instagram models, for fuck's sake, now, right? You have all these people that can actually have a profession via a social media outlet. So I do think maybe some of that does take away sports. Maybe it does take away something they can do or whatever. But, you have professional video gaming, Professional video gaming is a thing now. So I guess that's a sport. I mean, I can't argue that or not. But yeah, it's an electronic sports, right? So, I mean, I think the world is evolving and changing, and I don't think it's necessarily taken away, but it's also adding a different element to it, is what I would say, right, wrong, or indifferent. But I think there are places in the country that live and die by the sword of sports, aka football, basketball, some of the bigger ones, and it is a way to get out, and it is a way to make something of yourself. You look at a lot of these NBA stars, they've all said it. I came up from nothing. I had nothing. It was a one-bedroom apartment with my mom and my sister, my 6 brothers or sisters or whatever. I think that's absolutely correct, and you see a lot of that within professional sports these days, and I think that'll continue, and it is a great way out, but I do think there's a lot more to offer that do take away from sports as well.
Gang says, but how can you not talk about NBA? Denver is on fire, though. That's true. Are, dude. I mean, it's still early. It's early season NBA. Boy. We're going to have plenty of time to talk about NBA. You guys are probably going to be sick of it. Trust me. There's plenty of fucking
We're trying
time.
To maximize the importance, and I don't want to say that NBA is not important, but NFL is a quick season.
Right.
Okay, we're maximizing our time with the NFL. We're trying to bring in UFC. We're trying to bring in these events that come, right? There's plenty of NBA. It's a long fucking season.
You give someone a $10,000 pair of shoes, you make the rules. This is referring to Complex Con and the giveaways there. They don't want to wear them, they can pass on the free pair. On a side note, the person who won the first choice that contest, the Complex Con, was able to get the pair he wanted out of like 10 different sold out rare sneakers. So I'm guessing he won. He got to choose. That's kind of what the last comment alluded to with all the different Jordans and off-white stuff. With the first pick, he chose the Safari Jordan 3s from the Atmos pack last year.
Yep.
Like a $400 shoe.
Yeah.
Clearly didn't know the shoes because among the shoes he had to choose from basically were the Safaris, 2 different
Jordan 1s, those are the Legends of Summers that I was telling you about. That shoe was picked second after that.
And he said those each went for about $8 to $15K.
Yeah.
So that's what you alluded to the other day. You already in on that. That's what you would have taken.
And that's fine. And I would have probably taken the more expensive ones. But you know what, man? If he didn't know, it's not his fault. He picked the shoe that he liked and wanted. There is value to that.
Yeah, because it's value to him.
Yeah. It sucks that he lost so much possible money, but at the end of the day, I don't know, man.
Is what it is.
Buy what you want.
Exactly. That's the motto.
Just get the humidity dunks. Buy what you want.
All right, let's move along here before we jump into NFL. Our heaters for the weekend, kind of wrap this up. The Mayweather fight was canceled.
It was.
What the fuck? That just got announced. How is it canceled?
It is the strangest, weirdest thing. So obviously, Mayweather was visiting Tokyo, and he comes back, I believe, in the last day or two, and we think everything's fine. He came back.
He put out a full statement, right? Obviously, we know he didn't write the shit because he can't spell or read.
He can't spell or read, right? 50 Cent will tell you.
Yeah.
But
get the strap.
But yeah, I think something that ultimately caught my attention was, let me find the actual. So he says, first and foremost, I want to be clear that I, Floyd Mayweather, never agreed to an official bout with tension. In fact, and he says in quotes, with all due respect, I have never heard of him until this recent trip to Japan. Ultimately, I was asked to participate in a 9-minute exhibition of 3 rounds with an opponent selected by the Risen Fighting Federation. What I was originally informed of by Brent Johnson, one entertainment who put this all together, was that this was to be an exhibition put on for a small group of wealthy spectators for a very large fee. Given that, now, there's a shitload more in this statement. That was the relevant stuff to why, right? So it sounds like we, as fans, were bait and switched with this. It sounds like Floyd agreed to it. Maybe if he agreed to something, he fucking knew the details. Money was talked about. The contract was talked about. I guarantee it. But I think this is Floyd backing out. Is he scared? Is he not confident in himself? Does he know he's going to get his ass kicked? Is he saving himself for something else? That's my opinion, but I feel duped. What about you?
I don't necessarily feel duped. I don't know that Floyd, I don't know, that's not a lie that he didn't agree. Yeah. I think maybe he didn't fully do enough research, or he doesn't feel like it's big enough or on the scale of what he would normally fight on. I don't really know.
He's just getting too old and just doesn't want to lose his record because it's so high right now. Like, why would you?
This wasn't going to go towards the record.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, that's what they were saying. It was
that's why it's an
unofficial
exhibition.
Unofficial
just
exhibition.
An exhibition match. Unofficial. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't hurt his scorecard. Doesn't hurt anything.
I think that's what Floyd's saying is if it would have been left unofficial, he would have done it. For the small group of spectators, he's saying they're trying to make it into this huge fucking normal
world
fight
champion
and have it affect the record, and that's what he's not down with.
But he
right?
knows better than that. He's Floyd fucking Mayweather.
Just because he can't read or write doesn't mean he's not somewhat smart.
Yeah,
the guy's somewhat intelligent.
He knows.
Let's be real.
He knows that it's going to be this big.
Right.
He knows that it's going to be put into something.
Maybe
he
he's
is
second guessing
Money Mayweather.
himself.
I think that's probably part of it.
The thing I respect about
just
Floyd,
someone like I said, back to the age. He's getting so old right now. Like that kid is fucking 20.
Floyd's 41. And look at the shape Floyd stays in for every fight. Has any fight? Have you seen any Floyd fight? Looking at it where you're like, man, Floyd looks old. He doesn't look fast. He doesn't look like he's himself. Have you ever seen that? Me either.
The McGregor fight.
No. He fucking danced around at the beginning, let McGregor punch himself out, and then he beat the shit out of him.
He danced the shit out of Floyd. He looked, and that's the type of fighter
Out of McGregor,
Floyd is.
you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. McGregor, yeah, sorry.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, it was just, you don't have to give me that, JJ. That's what happened.
Right.
Anyways, I would say Floyd is, the thing I do respect about Floyd is he's the ultimate self-made dude. Yeah. He doesn't do endorsements for other companies. He doesn't take sponsorship money from no other companies. The money team is it. He is the money team.
That's it.
That's his shit. Yeah. If he doesn't own the shit, he usually doesn't promote the shit.
Correct.
And so I was pretty surprised by this Risen Federation announcing all this shit too, because it's always about Mayweather Productions, just like anything De La Hoya does, it's Golden Boy. You know what I mean? Like Mayweather, it's always about the money team and it's about his shit. I was very surprised initially. So this actually doesn't surprise me that it's not on. It sounds like, I'm not even going to fault Floyd. At first I was kind of laughing at Floyd and I was like, what the fuck? This is ridiculous. Yeah. But it sounds to me like what he's saying is true. They kind of did. They went at him with, hey, this is what we want to do. Floyd agreed to it. And then they announced it as this something different. And Floyd said, whoa. That's not what the fuck we agreed to. That's what it sounds like to me.
I think so.
Am I getting that right?
And while he was in Tokyo, do you think he maybe fell into this kind of hype thing? Like, hey, this is what it is. And then it's now evolved and he's still good to go. But when he comes back to our soil, it's like, holy shit, okay, I'm out of there. I'm out of that element. Like, let me get my bearings together. Maybe he talked to a few people and said, nah, this isn't good for me. And maybe it's because it's not put on by Mayweather Productions.
I'm honestly kind of disappointed because anytime Floyd fights, I like to watch. I would definitely have watched.
It puts asses in the seats.
Dude, imagine how cool that would have been for him to put on a huge international fucking pay-per-view that in Japan, that's almost like Thrilla in Manila type shit. That's almost like...
That's like Rocky going to fucking fight Ivan Drago.
Yeah, if you want to go fictitious, that's fine. I'll stick with Thrilla in Manila reference. But
I must break you.
Yeah, but that would have been cool, man, to have all of us from America. I mean, as much as if you love or hate Floyd, I would still be rooting for Floyd. He's fucking our guy over here. He's representing America over in Japan against some Japanese. I don't want to see Floyd get fucking beat.
Totally.
I'm an American. I want to see fucking Floyd win. Floyd's the American. That's how I look at it.
Same.
However you look at it, fine. I'm not pissed at you. However you want to look at it. That's just me personally. I look at it just like I look at the Olympics. I don't give a fuck who the guy is or if I didn't go for him here. If he's representing our country against someone else from another country, I'm backing that man. That's the guy I'm going for. I'm going for the motherfucking American. I'm an American. That's who I want to see win. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So, that's good. I'm good on Floyd there. Let's jump into Stardom Situm, man. Let's go some fantasy here. You have your Stardom Situms ready for week 10, and then we'll jump into heaters, kind of close out the podcast. Where are we sitting at right now? Minute 49 or an hour 49. I'm sorry.
And we're on one. Wait,
it's just
two cameras, one battery.
Oh shit, that battery's low up top.
Yeah.
Do you have another battery? You throw in it or switch it out or
swappity do?
You want to do a swippity doodah, swappity day? My oh my, what a wonderful way. Jay. Bars. Anyways, all right. So we're gonna switch that out. Let's jump into Stardom Situm. Start of quarterbacks. Who do you got this week as your Stardom Situm this week? So I guess your starter this week for quarterbacks. Sorry, got mixed up.
You bet. So quarterbacks this week, man. I love it. I love this guy going into this. And this isn't, a quarterback that you would normally start, right? So I try to go against the grain, but this is somebody that week to week, just better and better and very consistent. You got to start Phillip Rivers versus the Raiders. Yeah, dude, the Raiders are giving up so many points, man. Their defense has surrendered nearly 20 fantasy points per game just to quarterbacks alone. Dude, the Raiders have nothing good going for them, aside from just paying John Gruden a shitload of money annually. Rivers should post a solid stat line. Dude, this guy is over 20 points the last fucking 6 showings. Like, this guy's bread and butter. And going against a fucking beat-up Raiders team that has nothing going for them, you got to start Phillip Rivers this week.
I'm going to go with Andy Dalton, dude. This is a guy that should be available on most waiver wires. I think he is. Yeah. I literally just picked him up last night, and I'm starting him in place of Matt Stafford.
Yep.
Matt Stafford had a terrible showing last week. I don't trust Stafford this week. Yep. Andy Dalton's playing New Orleans. New Orleans D hasn't been great. There's a lot of holes there. He did lose A.J. Green with a toe injury. It may be potentially serious from what I've read. So if you have A.J. Green, you might want to be looking at wide receivers.
Dude, you're foreshadowing all my stuff in the future, man.
Oh, am I?
I like where you're going, though.
Am I fucking up
and
your heaters?
I agree. Yes.
You like Dalton, though. You like Dalton
I like Dalton, yeah. For a lot
especially if you have a guy like I have, Stafford.
Yeah.
He hasn't been that good. Right. So I'm throwing Dalton in as kind of a spot start there. Just kind of like I did with Fitzpatrick last week. I said, start him if you got a bye, if you got someone shaky.
You bet.
I'm feeling the same way about Dalton this week. Who are you sitting down?
Well, so to our listeners, let's just keep the respect alive here. I respect you putting in Dalton because I'm sitting Stafford.
Yeah.
He's my big sit for the week, right? You have to, man. Literally, check this out. So Stafford has finished with a mere 6.5 fantasy points in the loss to the Vikings, right? He scored lower than 18 points in all but 2 of his 8 starts. Mm-hmm. Dude, sit his ass this week, man. He is going against the Bears. Dude, quarterbacks have averaged literally 14.5 fantasy points.
Are they at home or are they in the Chi? Do you know? Oh, they're at Chicago.
They're in Chi-Town. Yep.
Yeah.
So most quarterbacks have averaged 14.5 points. That's not enough to win your weekly league, if you ask my opinion. You play in DraftKings, good luck. Save your money.
Yeah. I think even the league I have Stafford in, they had him projected at 16. Projected? Yeah, dude. You know how those projections, they always overshoot a little.
Totally, yeah.
Like Matt Ryan is projected at 27 in that league. Stafford's projected at 16.
That's higher than Breeze. Breeze is like 25 this week.
Matt Ryan, they got him projected to light it up this week. Well, I mean, they must have been impressed with what he did last week in Washington. We thought they were going to get smoked.
That may be some heater action coming up.
So yeah, I'm with you. I just totally agree on Stafford. I mean, if I
so
had
that's your
to,
sit-em for the week as well.
That was if I had to throw out another one, I would probably throw out Andrew Luck versus Jacksonville. But again, I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know that anyone's really starting Andrew Luck anyway at this point. There's better options. You'd be better off starting Nick Mullins for fucking San Francisco.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
for sure.
He actually lit it up last week, dude. He had 28 points.
3 touchdowns.
Let's be real. I mean, the competition wasn't the greatest,
Correct.
but still an NFL team.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you were starting Luck this week, fucking don't. Okay?
Don't do it.
That's all I got to say there. Let's go on to running backs. Who do you got as your starter?
That was close to my Eli Manning 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I had Stafford.
Close.
So I had Stafford. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So go ahead.
All right, so we're doing running backs?
Yeah.
All right, man. Hey, let's go with the momentum. This guy is killing it. I actually have 2, but the one guy that I would say is just going to light it up yet again this week and came off a fantastic week against a Washington D that was stupid good against running backs last week. Tevin Coleman. You have to start him. The matchup is a great matchup, especially coming off that win over the Redskins. The Browns have allowed an average of 4.5 yards per rush, which is pretty fucking decent. And the most PPR points, which might bring you to another person like Calvin Ridley via PPR. That might be a good receiver as well. I believe that, the Falcons are going to light up the Browns. I believe it's going to be a high-scoring battle or a sesh for the Falcons this week. So Tevin Coleman must start for sure.
I'm going with Aaron Jones of the Green Bay Packers versus Miami. I know he had the costly fumble last week, and that kind of led some owners to be like, oh, shit, is he going to not go back to him anymore? Because that was a big-time fumble in that game. It
was.
I do think they bounced back this week. I think they beat not only do I think they beat Miami, I think Aaron Rodgers has a good game. I think Aaron Jones has a good game. Mm-hmm. He's averaging 6 yards a carry, and the Miami run defense has just been getting gashed week after week. So it is at home. It is in Lambeau. I like Aaron Jones to have a big game against Miami this week.
Aaron Jones with plenty of Lambeau leaps.
Yep. What do you got for Siddums at running back?
I like it. Siddums, this is an odd week because obviously you've got to really look past the traditional starters here and kind of give you something interesting. So for me, sit of the week for me is Kerryon Johnson with.
I had him in last week, and he just did terrible, and because he went off the week before.
For sure.
So I threw him in last week, and
nope.
Fuck.
And you learn. So sit him this week as well. Obviously, he's going against Chi-Town. That Chi-Town brings it with their run D. Their D is really, really good, and I think Chicago actually is a very complete team this year, if you ask me. I think, with Tariq from the backfield, Jordan Howard had a hell of a game last week. I actually, he's going to have a great game this week, but Johnson's streak hit a brick wall against the Vikings, right? He scored 7.4 PPR points. Couple that with just a terrible matchup in Chicago. I'd bench him.
Dude, this is going to be – people are going to kill me for this one, and I know it's hard to do.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, dude, Zeke the freak.
That guy's a must-start every week.
Yeah.
Not this week. Philadelphia has been incredible. Now, they're only giving up 83 yards per game to running backs throughout the entire season. We're going into week 10. That's pretty fucking good, dude. Average. Also, they're allowing the fewest fantasy points to the running back position. Mm-hmm. Not only do you combine all that about Philly, but Dallas's run game hasn't been all that to begin with. Elliott didn't do shit on Monday night against the Titans.
He hasn't done shit in prime time.
Right.
Just under the lights. Doesn't matter.
I don't see him all of a sudden jumping back into the success train against Philadelphia in Philly. Yeah. The Philly defense, Philly run D is just too good. I don't think Dak is doing enough at the quarterback position to open up the box. I think they stack Aitman in the box and they stuff him.
Yep.
I don't think
he's definitely not jumping in any donation banks.
Any Salvation Army buckets this week?
Not today. Yeah. Not this week, man.
So I know it sounds crazy, and I might be going out on a limb here, but I'm sitting Ezekiel Elliott this week.
Bench that fool.
What do you got for wide receivers? Start them.
Start them. So let's go back to you alluding with putting in Dalton. Dude, start of the week. This might be start of the week with all receivers, any elite receivers. You got to go with Boyd.
Because of AJ Green?
AJ Green out with the foot, man. Dalton doesn't have his biggest weapon year over year over year.
Do you think it's better for Boyd that AJ Green's out, or is it better when he's there?
It's usually probably better when because AJ obviously is going to get
drawing the
coverage,
right?
So I would be concerned with that, but he's the top. My question to you is then, would you ever bench AJ? No, right?
No.
Because he's that elite.
Right.
I think Boyd has the opportunity to be elite. And I think with AJ Green, dude, he's going to find a way to get his catches. He's going to get his points. Dalton is going to be all over this guy, and they're going to find a way.
That was mine. I was trying to talk you out of it. I was not necessarily talk you out of it.
Dude, look at the Saints.
And
they're going up against the Saints. The Saints have surrendered 8 touchdowns to slot receivers, and the most PPR points, which is 55.2 to opposing wideouts.
Yeah.
Great matchup.
Yeah.
Dalton has to go to him.
That was mine. My other one was Devin Funchess, but he plays tonight, so that's kind of irrelevant. He's playing against Pittsburgh on Thursday Night Football tonight. I think it's going to be a great game. Are we watching that together?
Yeah, I think let's watch it together. We got some.
Watch the game?
You know what? We're going to fucking hang out all day, man.
Throw a little DraftKings lineup.
Let's get some updated mics. Let's do
it big. Oh yeah, we're looking at mics too for the.
You know what? We may have the homie roll through to grab us a pair of shoes, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Today, it's a good day, man. But
yeah, that was mine too, Boyd.
Do you want to do your sit-ems then? Do your sit-em first and then I'll do mine? Because I just took your Boyd guy. How about take mine? Try to take mine. Who you got?
Oh man, I'm gonna go. This one's tough. It's another guy that's he's an elite. I guess you would put him in the elite category, but the team just hasn't been elite, dude. T.Y. Hilton. Jacksonville's had problems on defense this year. They've had problems all over the team. We thought after 2 weeks Jacksonville was going to be in the AFC Championship again. After they beat New England, I was fucking on board, dude.
Yeah.
And now they've just gone off the rails. It's gone bad in Jacksonville. It's only getting worse. I think it continues to get worse for them as the season goes on. But I do think they've been pretty good against wide receivers. They've been they've held the big time wide receivers in check. Jalen Ramsey has done a good job there. So I'm going to say that he locks down.
How's Ramsey's health this
I don't
week?
think it's a concern this week. He was listed with an injury designation, but I don't think it's a huge concern.
Okay.
So I think T.Y. Hilton gets held in check this week, and I think Jacksonville actually bounces back and wins this week. They come off.
Really?
Yeah, they come off the L train.
Do you think that's because Fournette's back?
I think Fournette goes out in the second quarter with an ankle injury.
Yeah, sit him. I'm sitting him in all leagues. That fool's projected between 10 and 15 points, depending on what type of league you're in. I am sitting the shit out of him.
Please tell me your sit him here is a Detroit wide receiver, so you could just tell everyone to sit all your Detroit players because you got Stafford sitting, you got Kerryon Johnson sitting. Who's your receiver?
It was a pass Detroit
Marvin Jones?
receiver.
Oh,
Golden Tate, fool.
Oh, that's who you got?
Golden Tate's an elite receiver. Call a spade here. But again, with his first game as a member of the Eagles, I'm a little worried about.
Were they on bye last week?
Yes, they were on bye.
So he got traded during the bye, so he was able to get a little bit of time with the offense. It wasn't like Demarius where he just fucking stepped on there and then didn't know what he was doing.
And putting him out there.
Yeah.
Difficult matchup against the Cowboys on the next schedule because the defense has allowed just 3 touchdowns, which is an average of 44.1 yards and 9.7 PPR points in a game to opposing slot receivers. So I love Golden Tate, and I would put him in there if the defense of the Dallas Cowboys against slot receivers didn't have the stats that they have going into Week 10, dog. So this is Week 10. If it was week 4 or 5 where it's like, toss up. No, it's week 10. We know who Dallas's defense is.
For sure.
And we definitely know who their offense isn't. So
no doubt. No doubt.
But that's what I got.
I'm with that. That'll wrap it up with Start 'em and Sit 'em. Like I said before, make sure you guys get in early on the DraftKings tournament this week. If you want to take down the prize, if you want to be involved, you want to try to take down the Supreme Thermal, make sure you guys jump in there early. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up with a little segment we call Heaters.
All right, Em. This is my heater. I dare you to hit it.
Action! Too hot, lady. Here comes the hot stepper.
All right, Heaters, NFL Heaters, Week 10. Let's run down the records again here before we jump into this one.
Oh, by the way, I'm glad you got a single win this week.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm pumped for you.
All right, so...
Damn.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Hey, 1 and 2, man. You got that one.
That's fine. Dallas is still getting his butt whooped on the fucking year, but no big deal. Actually, you're not really getting your butt whooped. That sounds like I'm talking to a 5-year-old too. Who says getting their butt whooped?
Butt whooped. I was thinking that too as well. Okay, thanks, Dad. Real cool.
Oh my God, I just got flashbacks
get your
to my aunt
whooped.
telling my cousin, "Hey, get in here. You're gonna get your butt whooped."
Yeah. I don't think people
funny.
get whooped anymore, man. I don't think kids do.
You're gonna get a whooping.
Yeah.
You're gonna come in here.
Nobody said that.
They probably say just can get lit the fuck up.
You're gonna get your. You're just gonna get your social media.
That's what my dad said. It was no butt whooping.
Yeah.
You're about to get lit the fuck up, bud. Get over here. What are you doing?
Now what do parents
Why are you
say?
touching that when I said not to touch shit?
You're gonna get your social media taken away.
Yeah.
Is that what it is now?
Who?
Is that what parents say to kids now?
Maybe.
Instead
Video
of butt whooping?
games, social, whatever. They try to take shit away. So Dallas is 15-12. I'm 1 game ahead because of the push, so I'm 15-11-1. I did go 1-2 this week. I did get a win on the Cowboys on Monday night. I'm sorry, on the Titans on Monday night. Thank goodness. Cowboys were not 7 points better than anyone. Like I said, they held true.
The night
that
we played.
That was a feed-up game. That was probably one of the easiest games I had all year.
Totally.
I mean,
no, that was
easy
a beat-up
cover.
game for sure.
They won the game by 2 touchdowns. Plus, I had an additional almost touchdown in points. So
the first part of the game,
I was cruising.
a little stressful.
Little stress.
You had to get some ice cream sandwiches and then relax in the second half.
Yep.
Good
Totally. So 15-12 for Dallas, 15-11-1 for me. What do you got for your first one? Most confident this weekend. What do you got?
Confident. Let's go. I talked to some stardom situms earlier, but the Atlanta Falcons -4 at the Cleveland Browns. I think this is going to be a high offensive game for the Falcons. I think
not even offensive. It's going to be offensive.
It's
going to be. Okay.
Did that on purpose. Thank you. But I think Tevin Coleman is going to be too much for the running game. Tevin Coleman is that dude with Devontae Freeman out for the season. Man, I love this game. I love what Kansas City did to the Browns. Made some money off Kansas City yet again this year.
Please tell them you're taking them plus 16 this week.
No.
Or minus 16 this week. I'm sorry.
So Atlanta Falcons are going to decimate the Browns at -4 this week. Most confident.
You got them at -4?
Dude, I got them in 2 sources, for God's sakes.
At -4?
I got them on SI. I got them on ESPN.
At -4?
What do you got them?
Come on, man. You
Dude,
got to use Yahoo.
One of my shits Yahoo's got them at 5.5.
Yahoo.
My bookie has them at 6. What are we talking here? Why did I told you to use these spreads?
I don't want to use those spreads.
So you want to get them from SI from how old?
ESPN. I mean, I'm just.
How old are the articles? When does it say that shit was published? Do we have to go through this again for a 6th week in a row?
ESPN Lifetime right now.
Yeah. Lifetime?
Lifetime.
Not even real time?
Not Lifetime with women.
Okay.
Lifetime.
Gotcha. Lifetime. Drive time. Let's get it.
Drive time.
What do we got going here?
Hold on.
Is it an Android? What's going on? Why ain't it loading? What's the deal?
Are you using JJ's Galaxy S6? What the fuck?
JJ, grab your phone back from him. Jesus.
Dog, I have.
You need the new iPad. What is going on?
Fuck. I do have it -5 on ESPN, so
On
5.5's probably right.
5.5's probably right. Let's go 5.5. See?
All right.
What are we doing?
Okay, Atlanta Falcons at -5.
I'm writing down the numbers. All right, you still want them. ATLians.
Yeah.
-5. ATL.
ATL
-5. Are they in the Georgia Dome or are they on the road? They're on the road this week.
No,
aren't
they're on the road. On the
They're
road
They're
again.
a 5-point favorite on the road?
On the road again.
Browns?
Yeah.
All right, ATL -5 for Dal Palantonio.
Let's go.
This is actually my lock of the fucking year. If you take any pick that I've given out this whole season,
Lock of the year?
bet the mortgage, bet the house on this motherfucker. I'm throwing up big money. I'm going to be stressed out.
Yes.
No. I'm not gonna,
Tell
I'm
me
not
you're
gonna
putting
be
all
stressed.
this into it tonight.
No, it's not tonight. It's not tonight.
Okay.
It's not tonight.
Because I definitely want to be with you with this
I don't
game.
try to choose heaters at the night of, but this is the game that's going down 4:25 p.m. Eastern time, 2:25 Mountain. Denver Broncos are off this weekend. I got nothing else to fucking focus on but the Rams, Seahawks. I got Seattle Seahawks +10 in this game. Seattle +10. It is on the road. They are in LA, but man, I just love the Seahawks here.
Yeah.
I love the Seahawks. They don't have to travel too far. They're just coming down from Seattle, down the coast there, down to LA. It's not a long plane ride.
Late game. Or midday game, whatever you want to call it.
Yep. Dude, the Seahawks +10 is just too crazy, bro. They played them tough. You remember the game they had in Seattle earlier this year?
I do.
It was down to the wire. Both teams back and forth. Probably one of the better games of the year. I anticipate something similar going down here. I love Seattle +10 this week. I just love it. I love it.
You don't like the Rams going lights out coming off that loss to the Saints, that tough loss. You don't see lights out?
I see him struggling.
I see
him coming
Seattle
off
holding
that.
the defense.
Dude, you saw what happens when teams play tough games or tough divisional games with the Broncos and the Chiefs. That Monday nighter that they played, or was it Sunday night, or I don't remember what it was, but they played them really, really tough, and then the following week they just got throttled by the Jets. You know what I mean? Throttled. They just weren't even in it, dude. It looked like they didn't even show up.
Yeah.
I imagine. I don't know.
Isaiah Crowell looked like a fucking elite running back.
Right.
For the first time in his life.
Right. And the Rams aren't. The Rams are 10 times better than the Broncos. Let's be real.
Totally.
They're 8-1 for a reason. I don't think they're gonna just go in here and get their asses kicked.
Right.
I actually probably think they win the game, but not by 10.
Not by 10.
Seattle keeps that game close throughout. I think it stays buttoned up, and I like Seattle to cover the 10. Excuse me. Let me double check the spreads. Double check on your sources too. I don't want to be ripping you off either. And actually, I have 10.5 on Yahoo. What do I got on my my bookie here? Rams 10 there.
I've got 10.
All right, so I'm right on. We'll call it 10.
I got 10.
10's good. I'm right on at 10. So we're gonna go for me, my most confident, my motherfucking stone cold lock of the year, bro. Seattle Seahawks plus 10 in LA this weekend. 10's just so many points in the NFL.
That is
so
and
many
I've taken 2 of those and won 1 of 2 when it's been that type of differential, and the one I did win was KC. That's a lot.
Just feels like a lot, dude.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. What's your second one?
Second one, I like. Where's it at? Where's my Chicago? It's Chicago.
Chi-Town versus Detroit?
Yeah, Chi-Town. I'm just checking my spreads.
You're really killing Detroit this week.
I know, man. I do not like
you
Detroit.
hate Detroit
I
this
do
week.
not
You hate
like
the
Detroit.
receivers. You hate
this
the
week.
quarterback. You hate the team. You're going. Are you? So you're betting on Chicago?
Yeah. Do you have 6.5 or do you have 7?
Let's see.
I have 6.5, so I figure you probably have 7.
7 on Yahoo.
Okay.
Let's see what it is.
Because 6.5 isn't. That's no difference. 6.5 or 7. I mean, if they don't win by a tutty, then obviously
It's a difference in a push.
it is.
You know?
Yeah. I just don't want to push. So I will take that. I will take Chicago at -7. You dig on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I got him at.
Yeah, I want to take Chicago at -7. I just think Mitchell Trubisky. I've got, Jordan Howard's going to have a great week this week, coming off an awesome week last week. I think that huge.
Should I start him this week? I have Howard this week in a couple leagues, and I'm on the fence about starting him.
I would start Howard
You
for
think
sure.
he's going to go off, huh?
You bet, man.
He's had a couple duds before last week,
I know.
but now all of a sudden he scored 4 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks.
This week I see him getting 2+
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow.
He's gonna do some heavy
You
carries.
think they're not going to rely on Cohen as much?
Hell
or what?
yeah, they're gonna rely on Cohen.
Well,
man.
then why is Howard going to
They're
kill
gonna,
it?
dude. They're both gonna get playing time.
Little thunder
here
and
on
lightning,
it.
huh?
Dude, I see probably Howard having somewhere between 18 and 21 points, which I think is
Damn,
is
that's the
great.
case. You better get him in your draft
Yeah,
games.
I think 18 to 21, and I
Wow.
think Cohen 15+. So I think, dude, you're going to see Chicago's offense just light it up this week. So after averaging 4.9 yards per play and 16.5 points, per game in 2017, Chicago's bumped those averages up from 5.6 and 29.4. Dog, they're on the upswing. They've got a great offense. Their defense is good. I think Khalil might be back this week as well from the defensive side. Dude, well balanced team. They should cover that spread easy.
My second one here, I'm gonna go with the Patriots, man. I really love the Patriots this week. I have the Patriots at -6.5. Is that what you have?
Yep.
As well?
And that's my least confident. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Patriots, I'm going with that one, man. I love the Pats this week. I think the Titans played well on Monday night, but it was against Dallas. I don't think the Titans are that good. I don't think Mariota's that good. I think Bill Belichick does a great job of confusing mobile quarterbacks. You saw what he did to Pat Mahomes. He never looked comfortable in that game earlier this year. And we're talking about one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Someone cooking popcorn in here? You smell it?
Oh, I do smell it, yeah.
Yeah, it's like buttered popcorn. I'm about to go to the movies right now. Damn, that's like we have up in an AMC in this bitch. Anyway, yeah, Patriots big this week. I don't see the Titans staying even close. I wouldn't be surprised if they beat them by 2 touchdowns. It is in Tennessee. So Patriots, but it doesn't matter. I mean, they're the same whether they're in Gillette or not. They're just still a dangerous team. I love them giving up the 6.5. If they win by a touchdown, that still covers for me. I take the Patriots -6.5 easy.
That's exactly what I have. That is my least confident, but they're coming together nicely. They have been scoring 31 points or more in 5 of their last 6 games, dog. All victories, of course, and they're using a variety of offensive revelations. Anyone from Edelman
Tons
to
of weapons,
Gordon
bro.
to, Gronk's obviously been out for a little while.
Sonny Michel's supposed to return this week too.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
we're-
saying.
dude, we're-
and I have him in a couple leagues, so I'm really looking forward to that. I hope that he returns in his full capacity. I hope they give him the carries that he's been getting. I hope they don't start out and, it could be one of those things. Yeah, he's active, and then he gets 4 carries, and Cordero Patterson just runs the shit out of the Titans. You know what I mean? I could see that happening too.
I hated his socks. Those white socks
Who?
of Cordell Patterson just drove me nuts.
I didn't see him. I wasn't
he has
paying
the white
attention. He had the red,
socks
white, and blue cleats. I noticed those more.
Those are cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, those white socks, they just the eyesores. You always know it's Cordell, but anyways.
I didn't see it. It didn't really. That's funny you said eyesores. I didn't honestly even.
They're eyesores to me.
It didn't even bother me or affect me. So yeah, you're not a Cordero fan or what?
No, I do like Cordell. The socks.
It's Cordero.
The socks sucked.
Daryl.
Cordero.
There you go. Jets.
What did I say? Cordell?
Yeah.
Like
Which is fine.
that sounds like a
Cordell
like
Stewart.
Sounds like
It's fine. Yeah.
Sounds like a butter spread.
It's a name. They're all names. I'm just trying to get you to get his name right. No big deal. There are Cordells that exist. Cordero, not as common. Never
Like
heard of it, actually.
Connor,
Tutty
not
all over again.
It's Tutty all over again.
like-
Let the man call him what he wants,
Yeah.
Thomas.
Was
Let
it-
Dallas do what he wants to do.
Was it like Connor versus Connors?
Yeah, earlier
Okay.
this morning. Yeah,
Good.
He called them James
I don't remember that
Connors,
this morning. That
by the
must
way.
have been JJ. Fuck out of here.
All right, my third one. I'm going to go with the Jets. You got the Jets, Buffalo Bills. Bills are just atrocious.
But Benny and the Jets.
Benny and the Jets. Jets, what do you have the Jets at?
The Jets.
Let me see what I have them at. So Jets are playing Buffalo. I think Buffalo is absolutely terrible. I don't think. I mean, Buffalo just is terrible. We already know that. Let me look up the accurate spread.
I have minus 7.5.
Oh, you got 7.5?
Yeah.
So you got 7 on Yahoo. Let's see what
7.
it is on the bookie. Jets. Jets, Jets. Where are you, Jets? Oh, of course, last one. 7.
Yep, do 7.
So 7?
I'm good with that.
All right. So
Benny and
Jets,
the
let me
Jets.
type this in here. Jets minus 7 against Buffalo. Is Josh? I don't even know if Josh Allen's back. I didn't even.
Wait,
I saw what?
why are you picking Pooper Bowl of 2018? I don't understand.
I'm confident in the Jets. I'm
Pooper
confident
Bowl.
on the Jets there.
Ugh.
You don't think?
I don't even want to watch this game. Like
Yeah.
I have nothing, no investment in this game. No, none
I
whatsoever.
got investment because I got the Jets
Pooper Bowl.
minus a tutty
All right.
against the crappy
I'll let you have
Buffalo Bills. I think it's going to be a final score of a 23-6. 23-7, something like that. Maybe the Jets get a touchdown. They get a touchdown. They miss the extra point. They get 2 field goals, something like that. But
This
that's
game
it.
literally has 0 to offer except maybe making some money.
Maybe making a little
Okay,
cake.
good.
Yeah. And dude, did you see what the over-under is on that thing? 37.
Is
it's
it?
so low.
That is
Oh.
way low.
That's why
We're
I said
typically
like a
used to
23-6
47s.
game. You know what I mean? That's why I think the Jets do all the scoring. They put
Yeah.
up 20, 24, and the Bills barely get it to a touchdown. And I think that stays
Is it-
under
it-
the 37.
Is it on the ground or is it in the air?
I don't know, man. I know the Jets activated Elijah McGuire last week, and he actually looked good.
Yeah.
Because Isaiah Crowell, he hasn't really done anything since
No.
he ripped the Broncos earlier this year. You know, they've had a couple
Since
injuries.
that game, I
losing
think
Bilal
Bilal
Powell.
has done more
Yeah.
than Crowell.
Well, no, Powell's hurt.
Yeah.
So they reactivated Elijah McGuire, and then
and
you're going to
that's
have Crowell.
IR for Powell,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Bilal.
So yeah, I think Jets are my pick there. We'll go ahead and finish up there with the Jets minus 7. So Dallas has got Atlanta minus 5, Chicago minus 7, Pats minus 6.5. He's going all favorites this week,
Yep.
which means he's probably going 0-3.
You know what? That's what I did last week. I took all favorites last week. Yep.
And it doesn't happen 2 weeks in a row. It just doesn't.
Okay, thanks.
So I got
nothing. Thanks.
I got Seattle plus 10,
Dick.
Pats minus 6.5, agreeing with Dallas there, and then the Jets minus 7. So I have 2 favorites and 1 dog. Anything more you want to say here before we wrap up the podcast and get the hell out of here?
Nope.
Fire. Okay. I didn't think
Nope.
you had anything. Dramatic pause for no reason.
Pause.
Solid, he said. We'll get to we're too long for underrated news. We got too much shit today, but we'll jump to that again next week. I'll be dropping a sneaker video or 2, and then we'll only have 1 podcast because I have my grandma's funeral. We'll also be giving away the Supreme crew neck to the winner of the DraftKings tournament. So make sure you register for that. And as always, we will see you fools next week.